I'm Yeah! Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. Apologize for that little hiccup on my intro there. So, hey, we got a great show today. We are going to be talking about real estate gates, how to get them, and what you need, what kind of equipment, and really, we're going to talk about how how to get those gates. But before we get going, it is time for ArtCo humor. Yes. What do you call an amusement park ride that's completely made of iron? A Ferris wheel. A family is in an amusement park and comes across an animatronic display of Al Gore playing the drums. The mother says, "Hey everyone, look at that. Isn't that amazing?" The father, unimpressed, replies, "It's just an algorithm." What do you call an amusement park that isn't fake? When you see the Ferris wheel. At an amusement park, when the line splits, we never pick the right line. We always go left. Did you hear of the girl who got dumper at the amusement park? It was an emotional roller coaster. My friends were arguing about which roller coaster to go on next at the amusement park. When they asked for my opinion, I told them I didn't care. I was just there for the rides. The Foo Fighters should have their own amusement park ride called the Rockin' Roller Coaster. Did you hear about the guy that got fired from the amusement park? He sued them for funfair dismissal. Saw a guy riding an amusement park ride alone today. I wonder if he still said we or if he said me instead. When I found out the Crayola had an amusement park, I was colorfully surprised. Oh, right. What else? Holy cow! So we're on vacation in Florida at Silver Springs. This is kind of a zoo amusement park place. I'm walking around with my dad and we see a massive turtle. Look at that turtle! And says, "Holy cow." My dad turns around to me and says, loud enough for everybody around to hear, "No, Sam, that's the turtle." And one more amusement park joke. One time I went to Las Vegas and I saw the sign that says, "You must be this tall to ride the hookers." And that is all with ArtCo humor. So let's get back to the show. And maybe that's why I don't do comedy anymore. Alrighty. And let's get this show going. I want to say hello to a few people in the chat. We've got Alan, Drone Views Media, and Dustin, One Vision Aerial, Crop Dustin Gable, Dre, Recovery Drone, Mr. JRC, and then we have Akira Show, or is it Akira Show, as some people would say. I say Akira Show. Steve Mack, let's welcome Steve Mack. Good to see you, Steve. And also we got James, my PI Dream, in the chat. Magadan Umaga, James. Good to see you. And so let's bring up my co-host. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much for that super chat. So we gotta do this. That is the wrong button. That is not the right button. How did I do? That is not the right. All right, that's close enough. Why is that baby still crying? Okay, let's. And he's still crying. That is crazy. That's still not the right button. All right. There we go. I stopped that. That is crazy. Still nothing. Anyway, let's get back to our show. It's yeah, feed that baby, Steve. Oh man. All right. Let's welcome Chuck.
Hey, the crying baby was funnier than your jokes, Art. Except I like the Ferris wheel a lot. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Got your tire fixed?
I got another real estate gig that turned out real cool. Made some good money, and we're going to talk about that a little later. It's good to see you've recovered well. What helped you along with that?
A new truck.
Well, that too. I like the Autel orange on that truck.
Yeah, it's called Crush. It's called Crush. It's a great
color.
Like
the Orange Crush Defense. Yeah. 1978.
It looks like a big rolling traffic cone. It should be pretty safe. Today I was just buzzing around. I had to go put gas in it and stuff, and just because it's fun to drive because it's new, and people are like staring at me. I'm like, this isn't a Corvette or anything. And people are like staring at me, I think, because they think it's a DOT truck on a Saturday. Oh, the toffee art. Thank you. That was really that cheered me up.
You're welcome.
It's awesome.
I thought that would, bring a smile to your face after such a, hair-raising ordeal.
When you hang upside down, your hair definitely raises the wrong
direction. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've done a couple of real estate gigs, but I didn't mean to do them as real estate gigs, but I'm sure they look okay in my portfolio. Remember we did some VRBO stuff, and the owners are like, whoa, that's really cool. Can we use that? And I'm like, sure. Cool. And like, would you like to come back for a couple nights free? I'm like, okay.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
Paid. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so to get right into our topic, real estate videos, equipment, anything DJI has is pretty good. I would say on the low end, maybe the Mavic Air might be the lowest you would want to go with a drone use, because the camera on it is pretty good for a small drone. But the Mavic Air 2, boy, that takes really good photos and really good video. And now that I have the smart controller, this last gig that I did early in the week really helped me out. I'm learning how to use it, and it was quite an interesting gig because we were in Class D airspace.
We were in Bravo,
where the maximum height was 200 feet,
So you were out in
and
the
the
outer you were at the outer
airspace.
edge of it. You were at the outer edge of it though.
We
That's
were well. It
solid
was
blue, right? Bravo is solid blue on the sectional
yeah,
chart.
and this was Buckley Air National Guard that we were at. So I'm like going, oh, okay. Go. I went over the air maps and
Yep,
went
get
through the stuff.
permissions.
And it took me a while, but I was able to get clearance
Mm-hmm.
and
Sure.
go on and did the gig and did a really good job. The client was very happy and went really good. And the thing that helped me was, uh, I've been in entertainment for 25 years. Um, and I know a lot of people in the entertainment business, so that gets me to, I get to meet a lot of people in real estate, photographers. Uh, and that's how I got this gig. This friend of mine, he's the drummer of this band called Psycho, or not Psycho, Project X. And he's also a photographer, and he's been doing it for several years, and his business is building up, and he's doing a lot of, uh, class photo shoots, headshots for kids that are graduating high school or getting ready for college. And he's doing wedding photography, and now he's broken into real estate. And about 3 weeks ago, he got me this gig up in the mountains at this really nice house. I got some really nice aerial, aerial,
Ariel. Like
aerial.
the Little Mermaid Ariel? Or
Yeah,
Ariel
aerial.
Ariel?
Yeah, not Oreo, like the cookie or anything.
Ooh, I like
Um,
Oreos. You have any Oreos? Okay, sorry. Squirrel.
yeah. So I got some photos, and it was really helpful that I was working with the photographer because he got me to dial in the ISO and the shutter speed and just got phenomenal photos. So, and this last gig, um, it was a home that was near a trail. So we got photos of the house, photos of the trail, and photos of the neighborhood, which turned out just fantastic. And so, I'm getting better and better at,
Composing.
doing
Composition.
real estate work.
Yeah.
And that's just one way to uh, build up your network. Also, another way, if you don't have all the connections that I have, if you want to get into real estate photography. Hello, Mr. Crowley.
Hey, Mr.
Good to
Crowley.
see you.
I see Okie Thompson
Um,
too. And who else snuck in? Anyway.
so, what you do to start your business is you get an LLC, and that's what I did. You go, each state has their own. Thank you, Steve Mack. There's my email. And also, don't forget to show him my PayPal if you want to throw a few bucks that way. I've got a PayPal account. And by the way, I was able to buy some blue jeans, which is good. So that was like free jeans. Anyway, so after you get your LLC, you get a website up. I've got mine through GoDaddy. Uh, I just put up a simple website. Now that I've got some photos, I get started incorporating those into my website.
Do you really need
Uh,
a LLC? I don't think you do. I think you can get away with doing business as if you'd like.
uh, Well, I went and got the LLC anyway, so
That's cool. I know I have a DBA for Covaction. I haven't done anything
oh,
with it,
okay,
but that was easy
okay,
to set
cool.
up in the state of New York anyway. And
Yeah.
then and you're right about the website. I didn't use GoDaddy. I haven't even set up a website. I need to set up a website. But there are a
There
bunch
you
of
go.
options there. There are a bunch of really good hosts that you can set them up with.
There are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
And GoDaddy, I've worked with before,
Danica Patrick
and I really
pushing
like.
GoDaddy. Sorry, I had another squirrel moment.
Johnny Drone Flyer, good to see you, Johnny, and happy birthday. And glad things are going better, and that now that you got the cleanup from the aftermath of that Hurricane
Yeah,
Ida.
what a mess.
Yeah. So after you get your LLC, one way to get clientele is go to the Chamber of Commerce and go to some of their meetings and kind of
Network.
network with those people and get to know some real estate people and say, hey, here's my website and here's what I do. Here's my portfolio, and
Yep.
and what helped me, with my connections in entertainment is 20 some years ago, I got I got a St. Patrick's Day gig from a radio station. I was dressed up as a leprechaun and
Leprechaun.
put in a cage on a flatbed truck. And I've known just about
Cage.
all the
Like the freaking Tasmanian devil or something. Art behind bars.
and one of the DJs this was a heavy metal station, and she was a DJ at that time, and then she later became uh, a sports anchor on one of the local stations, and now she's a real estate agent. So, and then plus with Facebook, I got to meet a lot of old friends of mine going way back. I go, oh, you're a real estate agent, cool. So, all right, Steve, there's my PayPal account. If you'd like to throw a few bucks that way, that'd be cool.
How did Lori help
And
Johnny? Really? Confused. Is that what Johnny said? That Lori helped? She didn't do anything.
oh, probably.
Confused. I'm confused.
Yeah, I guess you are.
I always am confused. It's no big deal. It's nothing new.
So that's how I also it's not going to happen overnight. I mean, you got to be patient at it. You got to
let it grow. It's got to grow. Plant the seeds. You're planting the seeds. You're networking with the Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, that's
got
right.
your LLC all ready to rip. Website's built. Yeah, it'll happen. I haven't.
Yep.
It's what you got to do, and then just let it grow. And meanwhile, you build a portfolio. You're doing jobs just for fun and stuff. And you're building your portfolio.
Oh yeah, about a year ago, Rick Enstrom, the Candy Man, he let me practice doing aerial video around his house, and I got some cool video, and I've got it up on ArtCo Drone Solutions. And this friend of mine, this was a few months ago, says, "Hey, Art, I want to talk to you about drones." We got talking about drones, and I knew he was a photographer. And he goes, "Yeah, well, yeah, I need a guy to do aerial photography and videos." Okay, yeah, I'm available, and that went on from there. So that's
cool.
how you get going.
Gotta start somewhere.
And also get good equipment. Don't get a cheap toy drone because that's not going to help you. You need a decent drone like a DJI. I
Mini,
would not go lower
don't do
than
a Mini
a
2. Just even
Mavic
though
Air.
yeah, you need something with some size because your clients will be impressed by a larger drone. Even if it doesn't matter, like a Mavic 2 Pro isn't any better, maybe not even as good as an Air 2S. The Air 2S is smaller, but the client would like the Mavic 2 Pro because it's big. Or an Autel Evo 2 or
Novice
Inspire
Quads, good to
2.
see you. Thanks for coming.
Novice Quads is in the house.
Also, Autel Evo, you know, the Evo 1 and the Evo 2 are
Evo 2,
very
yeah.
good drones for
Good colors
real estate
too.
video.
Good color.
Even the, what's the name of the company that makes the Typhoon?
Oh, shoot. You had to ask me that. I can't think of the name of them, but that was the one. That's
Yeah.
the hexacopter, right? That's the hexacopter.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh, somebody's going to say in the chat. Watch. Say in the chat. Come on. Who makes the Typhoon? The legs fold up on that
that
one,
was
too.
a good, yeah, the feet come up and
That's a big
the
drone, but it looks
Inspire,
Unit.
what else?
That's it. That's
Unique,
it.
yeah, Unique. Yep.
That's it.
Not a eunuch, but a eunuch.
No penetration with a eunuch.
Yeah, that's right. Although the South Carolina Gamecocks did beat the Oregon State Beavers, yep. Parking in the rear.
You should have used that joke at the opening.
Yeah, but I did football last week.
Oh,
trying to mix it up. Yeah,
yeah. I like the
because
Ferris wheel joke. I like Ferris.
Did you like my? You have to be this tall to ride the hookers.
A couple of them were
good.
good.
That was actually one of my jokes from back in the day.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, you're right, Dre. It's
unique.
Unique. Yeah. Not eunuch.
Eunuch.
That's how they say it in Japan.
Ah.
Oh, eunuch.
Oh, eunuch. You have to delay the
Danielson.
Eunuch. Has to be a delay in the audio and the voiceover stuff.
I'm trying to think.
We need to
yeah, those were probably the big 3 camera drones you would want to use for real estate video or photography.
I think my Mavic 2 Pro would do a good job of that, though. Really
is unique. I don't even think Unique is making commercial drones. Oh, even Parrot made some halfway decent drones like the Anafi.
Well, if you have about 10 grand to spend, you can pick up that new Sony drone soon.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? That holds like an alpha camera. That's pretty serious, but I think that thing's still not ready for prime time. But it was like $10,000 or something. At least that's what they were talking. Plus the camera, because you have to carry your like Lori has an A6600. I mean, that's $1,000 or $1,500 payload with a good lens on it. That's a little scary to be carting that thing around in the air.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah.
That's what it
is. And so Autel is making a dive into the mini.
They are. What they call it? The Nano?
The Evo Mini, or not the
Nano?
Evo Mini, but the Evo Mini, or the Autel.
I thought it was called the Nano, isn't it?
Nano? Oh.
I thought the name is Nano, which I thought was clever.
It's 4 different colors.
Yeah. Well, only orange matters, but it's got to be orange, man. That's before I got my orange truck. I mean, this Autel orange is cool. It's visible. I
Yeah.
love orange on. Yeah, I brought my drone downstairs. I can't show you, but I'm looking at my
And
FPV drone on the
that's
shelf.
what I traded for my smart controller, my Autel Evo.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid little drone. That
Yep.
was the competition to the Mavic Pro, right? When that came out, that was
I believe so.
a little
Yep.
newer than the Mavic Pro. Yeah, pretty good drone. But yeah, then you just let things grow, I guess. Probably got to get business cards printed up sooner than later, I would think.
Yep.
There's some sites to do that too.
Now the Autel Nano, they come with orange, white, red, and blue.
Blue. What's Johnny talking
Disco
about?
ball.
Danica? He's talking about Danica. Got to go with her. Oh, he's Go Daddy.
Oh yeah.
What was that drone that was like? Oh, it was like a ball. It was like that.
Oh yeah.
What's the egg? The egg.
Yeah, there was the egg.
The egg.
Boy, that was the one that Ken Heron hated. That one.
Isn't that the one you could spray with a hose or some crazy thing? They showed like
I don't know. There was another toy drone they destroyed at the station. We was still working at that station there.
He destroyed the egg. My coworker's dad had the egg. I don't think he ever really flew it much, but he had one.
Oh, I guess they call Coast Guard orange.
Yeah, very visible. Good. It's a great color.
Yeah, it is. It's really good to see in the sky, and glad to see that the Mini 2 went with gray instead of white like they did with the Phantoms.
Oh yeah, and I don't know what DJI is up to. They're up to some weird stuff.
Yep.
Like
now they're coming out with the Mavic 3 with dual cameras.
Yeah, right. I'll
wonder
believe
what that's all about.
Believe it when I see it.
Yep.
They're pretty far behind.
Yep. That's
what if you get a tree through your house? The egg, yeah, the egg. So what do you think, Art? You're going to start to get some business going with real estate? You going to do just pictures, or you going to do video as well, like
maybe later down the road we'll do some video.
Ken does a really good job at that, by the way. Ken Dono does that really.
Oh yeah, he
awesome.
does.
He is just so good.
You know, I want shout out to Ken Dono because he's the reason I got this Air 2. He's after my Mavic Air took a swim in the lake.
Yeah,
he gave me the Air 2 with the Fly More package with 3 batteries and all that. That really helped out.
Yeah. Ken's really good. He's used FPV for real estate, which I think he's the first guy that's ever used FPV for real estate and done something with it, which is really cool. Very creative dude. And then he takes it right. He has all the good ground cam work inside these places.
Yep.
Man, I got to partner up with that guy. He knows what the hell he's doing. He's good.
Yeah. He's got a great eye.
His composition's really good. He's he's got it all together.
I'm learning a lot just watching his videos and his stuff that he puts on Facebook of some of the work he's done.
Yeah, his style's really good. Really good.
Yep.
That's how you get going. You're doing the right stuff to get going.
Yep.
I think it's a lot easier to do real estate than it would be to get into the wedding business. That sounds really, really challenging. And I think we talked to, was it Tom? Is Tom Captured Life? Or is that, oh no, I'm getting confused.
Is that Stevie?
No, it wasn't Stevie.
No, that's Bront.
Tom down in New York.
I get those guys.
Oh, I'm getting them screwed up. It's think it's Captured Life. No,
Okay.
no, I don't know. Anyway, he was doing weddings. He was telling us about it. How, as you can imagine, that's a very stressful gig because you're capturing moments that you don't get a second chance. You're doing real estate. You fly. Oh, I didn't fly that quite right. Okay, go back and hit it again. But
Yep,
if you're
that's
doing
right.
a wedding and you miss a moment, yeah, you ain't getting that back again, and then your clients can be really mad. So I don't know. That's a lot of stress.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh boy.
Hey, Dean, good to see you. Great photos on Facebook. Loved them. Yep.
I was
Yeah,
watching the
so
guy
I
fly a
guess
wedding.
James is probably scarfing down his
Waffles.
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 And
Yeah, he's
did you
hammering them
see his
down.
latest video?
Nope. I don't think I watched it
Oh,
all.
he's building a pavilion where the Buhay Kubo used to be.
I was very self-absorbed the last couple of days with the new truck and everything,
Oh, that's nice.
and toffee, truck and toffee.
Oh yeah, I like that. Giovanni Giorgio.
Giovanni Giorgio. What Matt go say? Thank you. Oh, I didn't watch Eldrin's video. I didn't watch that one. I haven't even. I have no
Ooh,
interest in the Xeno, so I didn't watch it. I guess maybe I
Speaking of
have to.
little drones, found a little tiny whoop that caught my eye on Banggood that has
Sure.
a 1080p camera on it. It's a Mobula 6 HD M M6.
The mouthful. Did you grab it?
Yeah. I could get one that's compatible with FR Sky, where I had the Mobula 7, but that was compatible with the Free Sky, not the FR Sky. Which
So you already
what
have a
I
controller for it. You have everything you need to fly it.
mhm.
Cool.
This one has a nicer high def camera, so when I fly that, it'll get nicer video on it. Where the Tiny Hawk, the camera on that is just not all that great.
Yeah. You mean even when you get the
Not,
footage later on, after you download the footage, or
mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, you gotta record it on your goggle, so you're getting the
all that
feed.
static and snap,
Yeah,
crackle, pop crap.
where if you had a way to get the video right on the camera, like on
With
my
a GoPro.
5 inch, they
Yeah.
had the or GoPro, yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And there's Charlie, uh, drone site. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Drone's like, Chuck says hi to
Mm.
Charlie. I get called Charlie sometimes. Sometimes.
Oh, and here's some of my Teespring. Yeah. So if you
Yeah,
want to buy,
they've revamped the quality of everything. Everything should be a lot better. I've
oh,
gotten a
good.
couple of new shirts and they seem to be better than the old ones. So they've definitely
Cool.
changed their process or whatever. Just the quality's looking up.
I've got one of their little tumblers. Boy, those are good.
I
The
know.
way they
I love this
refit,
thing.
they fixed up. Yeah, they fixed the lid on it. Is really nice.
Yeah, they definitely stepped it up, and their stuff's pretty good. The shirts, the ink holds up better. The first few shirts I bought, not even, I don't know, eight or so months ago, this everything just, it was like disappearing
Starts
ink.
fading.
They like come off, like it kind of like rubbed off over a few times in the washing machine.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It would just kind of like wear off. So
Well, my old ArtCo shirt, because I couldn't get the black just right. The ArtCo background, the black was just a little bit lighter than the shirt. but after 100 washings, it's all the same color. Unfortunately, I got some spillage from a nice patty melt.
Patty
I've
melt
got
spillage.
grease stains on it.
I just did a load of laundry earlier today, and I ended up washing the clothes I was wearing when I was in the wreck with the truck. Yeah, it's holy stuff now. I didn't realize. No, the jeans are shredded. The blue jeans got shredded in the front. Remember, I got dragged out. I was laying down on my belly, and they pulled me out. So the thighs on the jeans on the front are shredded, and then there are holes in the back of my t-shirt. So I think I must have got caught on the glass, like the jagged glass from the windshield. Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't get all.
Hey, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk.
Anyway,
thanks for coming. We got someone from down under. Maybe later we'll have Greg from Oz by Drone. Maybe he'll pop in. And Chris from Sunrise Water Media. Chris. Sunwise Water Media.
Sunwise?
Sunwise.
Like Elmer Fudd?
That's how my Oriental friends would say it. Sunwise.
Oh, or Elmer Fudd.
You know what's really fun to do with Asian people where English is not their first language is get them to say bed, bath, and beyond.
Really now?
Yeah.
I remember at a Chinese engineer I worked with, he used to say unavailable was unavariable. Unavariable. Well, he had a really cool outgoing voicemail. He comes and said, "This is Sojashi. I am unavariable." Genius. The guy's a flippin' genius, though.
Ask him to say Electric Light Orchestra.
They really struggle with that, huh? Is it the light? Is it the L and like electric and light that gets them?
Or parallel lines.
It's the L that gets them.
Yeah. Oh, we had this one guy in my department. He's from Laos, and he's got a heavy accent. And boy, I was really trying to get him. Later on, I would say something, and he just wouldn't say it. He'd say, "Wow, say parallel lines. Say Electric Light Orchestra." And one time we were at a department meeting, and he was complaining about a car that was going the wrong way.
Wrong way?
Yeah, and the color was maroon. And I said, "What was the color of that car?"
European American, man. You got to give him credit though, because English is probably one of the most miserable languages to learn. It's pretty awful. At least.
Oh, and Drone Views Media says, "Has it?" Yep, that's right. And you know what's interesting about
me staying up too late? Sorry.
People from the Philippines, their accent is American.
Really? No.
Yeah, they don't have that Indian accent or Australian accent because after we conquered Spain, or we kicked Spain out of the Philippines for 50 years, it was a territory of the United States. And so it was a heavy English influence on the country. So they're the second largest American speaking country in Asia.
They all speak English pretty well, don't they? It's like their second language. What's their second language?
In the big cities, depending on where in the big cities. If, I think the more higher up in the education or economic strata, their English is better.
So yeah,
If you get out in the province, their English is probably very broken, and they probably wouldn't understand what I was saying.
and that's why they have so many call center jobs. I see
Yep,
in the comments here.
that's right. So if you get a call center and you don't hear any accent, most likely it's the Philippines.
Wild. Wild. Because I always assume when I get a call, I get somebody on the other end of the phone like that. I'm thinking, oh, they're here in the States. No, no. Hey, Robert's in. Hey, Rob.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I like his avatar with the two minis going at it. That's great. I haven't flown my Mini 2 in a while, Art. I got to get that thing up in the air again.
Yeah, there you go.
They're all labeled up. I got them all labeled for the
That's
UK.
right, Margie. Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Wash hands. Wash hands. Yeah, all my drones are labeled up.
The Philippines, they're going to kill their tourist industry because if you don't have proof of vaccination, I don't think that even if you have proof, they still want you to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that ain't happening. That's why Lori and I were like, if the UK put America on the red list, it would have been like gone. So they have not. We do have to stick a bunch of stuff up our nose. We've avoided.
I hate that.
We've avoided testing this whole freaking time. We've avoided COVID testing somehow, and now we're gonna have to do them like 1, 2, 3 for a vacation.
Yep, I had that done when I had the bronchitis, where I went to emergency room. God,
they tested you?
Can you just jam that up there to my eyeball?
I know. I want to see if they can find your brains through your nose. I've heard the stories.
About 4.5 years ago, just before I went to the Philippines, I got really sick, and it turns out I not only had the flu, but I had pneumonia.
Oh, it's not special. It's a combo platter. Not good.
So they jammed that swab up my nose, and boy, did that hurt.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty sensitive area up there.
Yeah. And now they're selling this crap called Navage to cleanse your nose out. I'm like going, yeah, that's what I want to do is stick a thing up my nose. It shoots water through one side, sucks it out the other side.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Not.
Why
don't you waterboard me while you're at it? Yeah. Basically what it is waterboarding yourself.
It's awful. I know when I've like accidentally snorted water up my nose or something, like when you're swimming, that's just uncomfortable.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to this testing crap, but we have to do it. We got to do it. Got to get through it, and then hopefully I'll have some epic drone footage in a few weeks. Like epic drone footage. Talk about real estate footage, Art. How about some good castle real estate footage, man?
Ooh, yeah, that would be cool.
Baby.
Boy, I would love to go where you're going.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'm bringing
Scotland or Ireland. Ooh,
yeah,
boy.
they're both good. Very green. But I think Scotland's gonna be fun with a Mavic 2 Pro, a backup Mavic 2 Pro, and a Mini 2, and a smart
computer. You know, other places that have castles are Germany and the Baltic states. They've got some castles.
Another time. This time it's all about the UK. We're gonna check out some stuff. Hopefully not get taken out by seagulls. All these cool shots like along the coastline.
You didn't watch Ken's video the other night, or Ken's show the other night, where someone sent him a video where somebody was actually chasing seagulls. this
Oh, that's
drone.
just
And I'm like,
asking for
oh
trouble.
man, how that guy's didn't have his drone knocked out of the sky.
Well, not only that, they're protected. Those horrible things are protected, so you can't really chase them. I think that could get him in a lot of trouble. That's like the guy that flew over the alligator, and the alligator went,
oh yeah,
swallowed the thing. That was horrible. Poor alligator. They had a little bit of indigestion after that thing.
yeah.
A
Well,
little
he needed
lipo.
a smoking jacket too.
That's bad. Oh, I wonder if the operator got in trouble for that. I can't imagine how they did.
Oh, I'm sure he did after they found out who it was.
Yeah.
Florida Wildlife and Game probably.
Oh, they probably came right after him. Yep. Yeah.
Harassing wildlife.
Well, it's like just endangering them and torturing them in a way. I mean, the thing was looked like a chimney when the lipo went up, because it must have punctured the lipo when it bit down on trying to chew it up. And oh, nasty. Nasty. That was a spark. So,
well, and your friend Keith, he's got some pretty interesting places to fly around. He's got those giant Buddha statues, and
yeah, he has Thailand at his disposal. That guy's got to get out there. I think they're in lockdown though for the most part right now.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah,
and I know Keith got vaccinated, so yay for him. That's really cool. But I don't. This is weird. Keith got vaccinated because of his weight, which he's been losing weight like crazy. He's doing great,
right.
But his wife, who's a native to Thailand, can't get vaccinated yet.
Oh man.
So yeah, what a mess for those two. But
and then in neighboring, well, up in where is Angkor Wat? Is that in Thailand, or is that in I think it's in Cambodia or Laos?
Angkor Wat, isn't that a Yes song? Isn't it? So I don't know where that is. I'm bad with my
but that'd be a cool place to fly around. Then in Mexico, you got all those Mayan ruins.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed. When I went down to Mexico on business, I was right in the middle of the country, and I wished I had brought Spark with me, because I could have got some really cool shots from like a little, downtown San Luis Potosi, which was really just cute. You know, all the stucco old Spanish kind of architecture and stuff. That'd been really neat to film.
Oh wow. Yeah. And that's one of the things that's preventing me from going to
there, because you have to use 10 days just to wait it out before you can do anything. And then
yep,
a lot of people don't have that much time off to do this stuff. I mean, that's like,
yeah, and that's true. That eats up your vacation.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I got things to do and people to see.
Yeah, man. You got vaccinated. Let us party already.
I want to say hello to David, Arizona drone dude. Oh, E-drone, thank you very much. Let's see if I can get this one right. I hope I don't get crying baby.
Don't do the baby again. Kick the baby. Oh,
nope.
Waiting.
What in the
waiting.
Just going?
Waiting.
Because I turned off the audio on. Okay.
The baby one, you did that a couple of weeks ago, and it just goes on and on. And
yeah.
On. It's like listening to some politicians I know. When? I don't know.
Oh, I forgot. Let's do that. All right, kids cheering. That works. Okay, thank you, E-drone.
It's not the register, but it's good.
Hey, let's see how many you know what, I forgot to see how many likes I've got so far.
How many likes? Oh, I looked a little bit earlier. Yeah, let's look again.
Okay, I'm at
clicky likey.
15.
You haven't done it.
Likey.
Likey.
And of course, I've already got 2 thumbs down. Yeah.
I saw one at the beginning. I think those are bots. I don't think those are real, man. I think they're bots.
Yeah. And Mattie's Drone World. Good to see you, Matt. Thank you very much.
Bro. Chucky says hello. He's
Yeah,
been
I'm
all over the
just
place.
like
Matt,
in
sorry.
Hawaii. Bad thing about Hawaii is probably just about, especially on Oahu, a lot of places are probably uh, geofence. Like Pearl Harbor.
Oh, I don't know. Do you remember when the helicopter crashed right outside the bay there near Pearl Harbor? Do you remember that on Oahu? The tourist
Mm.
helicopter went down and somebody filmed it, went right down. Well, it wasn't at Pearl Harbor, but it was Oahu, not far from there.
Oh, I think it was Waikiki.
Yeah, that's where it was. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome.
Another cool place would be the Punch Bowl up at Diamond Head.
Okay, never
That'd
been.
be cool because
Yeah.
there's some really cool gun emplacements up there. And even in the Philippines, if you go to Corregidor,
Yeah.
oh, that'd be cool. And there's a lot of really cool waterfalls in the Philippines.
There's a lot of good stuff on Maui too, but you have to be
Yeah,
careful because you have all those tourist helicopters buzzing around.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I got some good footage when Lori and I were there with the drone.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as I
Oh,
should have.
Bill Ronayne, good to see you, Bill. All right, we got the ArtCo crew in
Got
the
the crew,
house.
man.
Good to see. Yeah,
Yeah, and then
let's
James
build
is
up
still
that.
stuffing waffles down his.
I put out a video. Nobody says anything for members only.
I
Did
didn't
you
even see
watch
it.
it?
No, when did it come out? I know.
It
Don't give me
came
that look.
out
Don't give me that
earlier.
look,
This
Art.
came out like early part of this week.
Oh, wait a second. I've got
It's
my
called
notifications.
Shooting Gaps.
Why didn't I get a notification on this stuff? What the frick?
Huh.
All right, let's see what's going on. There's something sketchy here. No, I'm subscribed. I have the bell rung. I've got it all going on, and I never saw the damn thing. But it's in my email, isn't it? That's in my email.
There, yeah.
That's why. I'm
Yep.
really bad with I'm gonna have to break you out as like a separate thing, like Lori.
There you go.
Stuff.
There you go. I think that's probably why I'm not getting a lot of, because people like Ray Set Drone and Ken Heron, they get gazillion emails.
You just never see it. I've got so much
Yeah.
crap going on with my email. I've been State Farm crap left and right.
Yeah.
It's been a circus. I have
Me
more
too.
more paperwork to fill out.
Anderson Windows is always emailing me.
Oh, really?
Or senior meetup. Yeah. Meet more single senior.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Chris. See, Chris is in the house.
Hey, Chris Wedgeworth. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Okie Tom, I think, was here early.
Tom
he
was
probably got his toffee.
Early on, he was in. Yeah, he's won a lot. He's a lucky son of a gun. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He wins all the time.
Yeah, he won the power bank. Oh, and Rod, Hot Rod in Daytona. Good to see you.
Nice, yeah. I got to figure out how to keep my new truck from rusting in the winter up here. There's a whole bunch of steel stuff on there that's like questionable as far as the coating goes. All those tubes and the front.
Do they have Z-Bart in your area?
I've never done Z-Bart. It's kind of like
that was kind of a big thing in Michigan.
70s. Yeah.
I think what they do is there's an opening in your door panels, and they spray this oil like
it's slime.
substance.
Yeah, they slime it up.
Yeah.
My dad used to have a friend who used to take his used motor oil and dump it down the doors.
Yep.
And let it run out the bottom because it does the same thing. It basically creeps around and gets into the joints and stuff. But I use this stuff called LPS3. It's like a rust inhibitor. It goes on really, really liquidy, and then it kind of goos up.
Oh, but, cool.
Yeah, so I use that like where you described. I'll do a little bit of that myself in the hot spots, but it's really hard up here in upstate New York, man. We get a lot of salt, and all those pretty black parts of my truck are going to want to turn brown on me. So I'm going to have to really have to somehow fight it.
Same in Michigan and, in the upper Midwest.
Yeah.
They use a lot of salt.
Yeah, it sucks because, yeah.
And if you don't,
WD-40
did you know
doesn't stick around
there's
long
a
enough. It creeps
salt
through.
mine underneath Detroit?
Yeah, there's a lot of salt mines up here in Syracuse too. I used to call it the Salt City for that reason. I used to mine salt here.
Cure show
Yeah, no,
WD-40.
it's it doesn't it creeps really great. You'd have to apply it more often, but the stuff I use it works okay. It creeps around, then it kind of gels up, so it kind of protects it. So I'll use that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use white lithium grease in an aerosol can and spray that up in the spare tire on the cables and stuff to keep all that stuff from hanging up and getting sticky. I've gotten pretty good at it, Art. My last truck looked pretty good after 5 winters till that woman tipped me over. It was great. It looked pretty shiny underneath, I thought. You can see the underside. You can see how good I did taking care of it. Yeah, I am. I'm in Syracuse. So the orange truck has been well received already. I was at the gas station.
Good.
I was at the gas station today juicing it up, and this guy pulls up. He's like, "Hey, what do you think of that Colorado?" I was like, "Oh, I just got it yesterday because my other one was a 16 and some chick rolled me over and she's like, oh my God, really?" Yeah. But I said, yeah, I really like it a lot. I like that one too. And he's asking me all kinds of questions about Colorados. He's like, that's a great color. Everybody loves the green or the orange.
Pennsylvania used salt, but also a lot of coal.
Yeah, they use cinders. And that's perfect because the cinders
return
cut through the paint.
The cinders.
The cinders return the cinder. Yeah. Well, that cuts through the paint, and then the salt gets in.
Expecting a snowstorm early next week.
You guys are?
Yep.
Oh, you're
first one of the season.
You're the precursor. It's always late September. You guys get the first snow, and then it's about after you guys get your first. That's the 30-day warning for me.
Yeah.
That's
well, last month the mountains got some snow.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
So this is going to be the first one where we're going to get snow down here. They're saying 21 inches. I'm like,
what? Really?
Yeah. Sometimes we do get those.
Pretty good dumping. I'm trying to remember. 2018, I was out your way, and I flew into Denver because I had to drive up to Nebraska. So I flew into Denver and drove up to Scotts Bluff, which is pretty much.
Oh, okay, I know where that.
It's pretty up. Talk about a nice place to fly, but it's a national park, but it's really pretty.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so when I landed in Denver, you guys had received quite a bit of snow, and I remember I went to pick up my rental car, and they were going to give me an Impala. Hey, Bill, you have salt in the air, not on the roads.
Yeah. Well, if you get any snow in Florida, it'll probably be about Central Florida north. Probably won't get any snow.
Miami.
South of Orlando.
Gets cold
there. Their snow is like
in the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't stick.
If it gets down the 30s in the Miami area, that's when the iguanas start falling out of the trees.
Do they recover after that? Or are they dead?
Oh, yeah, once they warm up. But if it's a real hard freeze, it'll kill them.
Yeah. That's too bad. They're kind of cool. I like iguanas.
So I got to go out and polish my windows. Because when you do that, it's easier to scrape the snow or frost.
Oh, I've used car wax on the window too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta do that on the windows and on the mirrors too.
It works like Rain-X too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I gotta get some new wiper blades too.
Oh yeah. That's another thing I'm bummed about. My last truck, I had like really awesome wiper blades I put on last winter because the factory ones.
You should have snagged them before you.
Dude, I should have. There's a lot of stuff I should have done that I didn't do. I grabbed a lot of stuff off of it, but yeah, I know that chrome exhaust tip's like $120. I should have unbolted it.
There you go,
bastards. Anyway,
keep an eye on your catalytic converter.
Yeah, mine's easy to get to under this thing. Yeah. There's plenty of room between the ground and the truck, man.
Well,
Lots of room under there.
here in Colorado, especially the Denver area, they're stealing them from
For the
cars in
platinum.
broad daylight.
For the
You
platinum.
get one of those, those lifts. Just lifts up one side, and they take a reciprocating song. Go,
You don't have to lift my truck. It's already, you can see so
yeah,
much.
that's
Mine's
true.
already lifted for them. Just slide under it. For the platinum, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Chris. Although this one sits 4 inches wider, so it might not be quite as easy to tumble over.
Well, it's about that time, Chuck.
Is it?
It's time for toffee giveaway.
I'm gonna get my number in now. There, my number's in.
Alrighty, pick a number between 1 and 50, and
But
we
not
will
26.
draw for the toffee.
But not 26, because Chuck has 26.
Oh, Robert Glazer has,
Ooh,
his son
near
and
you.
daughter-in-law live in Colorado Springs. Cool.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the rental car they tried to give me a couple years ago was this was an Impala with like it's front wheel drive and bald front tires. I look at the rental guy, I'm like, yeah, no, man, we're driving up to Nebraska. I need something with a little more meat on the front than that.
No, you should have said, could I get a toupee for the front wheels here?
Toupee for the front. Plugs, need plugs.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll give them another few more seconds, and then we'll.
How many do we have in right now?
We're down to 19. We were up to 22, 23.
And
come on, folks, come on back in.
Should come back in. The weather's great in here.
Yeah,
it's cool.
All right,
we're cool in here. Cool. Are you gonna do it? You gonna do it? Or are you gonna wait down the middle?
I don't see any more numbers coming in.
I see Kashiro is 43. And that's kind of the end.
21 watch.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's spin the wheel for toffee. And the winner is number 30.
I had 26. Oh my goodness, really? 26. I don't think anything. 39. Did I win toffee?
Oh. Well, looks like you did, Chuck. Congratulations.
Oh. Wow. I'm going to give it to Lori, though. I'm gifting it to Lori.
Okay. Sounds good.
Or
alrighty. Congratulations. Wow. Thanks for playing.
Wow. Somebody could bribe me for it in the chat.
Congrats.
Thanks, Oki.
Chucky.
Maybe my luck's changing. I think it is.
There you go.
I think I hit rock bottom when I was upside down a couple weeks ago. I think we're good for a little while. Holy smokes.
So, how about Adrian? Congratulations to him on the birth of his baby girl. Congratulations.
Yeah, I saw he was on Canadian Drone Hub for a little bit before your show. I was over watching that.
He was on
from here.
Matt's show last night. He was in his bed and he was just
looked beat, right? Looked pretty worn out. I imagine that takes a lot of energy. Eddie Nunes. He had a good secret. You see, they're gonna have a kid pretty soon. They have a baby on the way.
Well, and Ken Dono's going to have a kid in January. Yep.
Wow. COVID babies.
Yeah, that's right.
Stuck in the house. Yep. Might as well just get naked.
Hmm. If he,
Penetration. Guess
well,
that means
if it's a
penetration.
boy, would be, he could name his son Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Yeah, or if it's a girl, maybe Amber for Amber Bach,
Oh, maybe.
because we all know how much Ken likes
Oh, I'm right there with him though. But that
it.
stuff goes right to my love handles, man. It's like, yeah, I've been resisting beer for a while, and I get the longer. What? Yeah, I hit rock bottom. Wait, what? What? Wait. You have to get naked. That's what I was doing wrong. Oh man. Yeah. Well, now I have truck pain.
Well,
It's hard. That kind of stuff.
I gave Ken some baby names. If it's a girl, uh, like he could name her you. You
You don't
don't
know?
know, yeah, or me don't know,
Me don't know.
or
Mia don't know.
Ida don't know.
Ida don't know. That's a good one. Did he laugh?
Well, I did that on Ken Heron's show. We were talking about baby names. Put that in the super chat.
Yeah, I told you about my sister's friends, the Mosses, and they had the Moss the Mosses had a daughter. Her name's Mary Chris, and then the son was named Peter. So they had Mary Chris Moss and Pete Moss. It's just like those are real names.
Oh
It's
man.
legitimate. So
Um. Oh,
nothing
and
like
also on Ken's show Thursday, they were in the drone news. There was a guy hiding from the police, and they had a drone with the uh, infrared camera on it, a
yeah,
FLIR cam.
a FLIR camera,
The guy's name was
thermal camera,
Sachet.
sachet,
Oh boy, what? That's a screwed up name.
sachet. I knew a guy named Sasha,
Yeah.
Russian dude.
Yep. I
Yeah,
think that's a nickname for some.
it was a nickname for this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He used to tell me all kinds of cool stories about Russia when I worked with him. It's like you couldn't even leave your wiper blades on your car in Russia because people would steal the blades. Back when it was the USSR, Soviet
Yep.
Union. Yeah, your
Back in the USSR. Ukraine
lucky you
girls
are.
really knocked me out. The
The Beatles. The
Beatles.
Beatles. I think
Yep.
Paul. I think Paul still has a C5 Corvette, if I'm not mistaken. I think he has it's blue. I think it might be indigo, or it might be indigo blue.
I bet the drummer from Def Leppard's not driving any Corvettes anymore.
His vet was in pieces. Yeah, yeah, that was a C4. That was a
Yeah.
C4 Corvette, fourth gen.
Hmm.
Those things were junk, but he tumbled it how many times?
Oh, I
It
don't.
was a bunch. Yeah, not good. Me, I just went over. I went around. I just did a 180. I went like that. It looked like it was like slow motion.
Oh man.
Yeah, but that guy. Yeah, you're right. I think he didn't he get ejected from the car. Isn't that how he lost his
I
arm?
think yeah,
Yeah,
because he had a safety belt on when he got thrown out. That harness just you know
yeah.
grabbed his arm as.
I could see that because like right here on my you can't see that mark,
Oh
the
yeah.
bruise. That's where the
Hmm.
seatbelt when I flipped over, it kind of came down, I think, and I was
Hmm.
just it was got me hanging upside down. So that's healing really slow. That's pretty decent. I'm like Technicolor over there. It'll look green, yellow, and blue, and good stuff.
Yep. I
Yeah,
met the guys in Def Leppard. Yep.
I've heard he's a
Pretty.
really cool guy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Angus Young was the coolest. Got
yeah.
to meet him once.
Oh, really? That's
I,
awesome.
yep.
Very awesome. Yeah, I haven't met too
I
many rock and roll
met him
gigs.
at my favorite heavy metal bar. Uh, one of the gals I kind of liked at the time, she was super wasted. Um, we were out there, we were out dancing, and she goes, "Come with me." And we go up to the third floor of the club, and there's Angus Young sitting around this table, private table, and she's gone. She's like yanking on my arm, saying, "This is my best friend in the whole world."
She's so hammered.
And Angus says, "Let go of his arm, you pose fucking homo." So
Too
I
awesome.
sat down. It was Angus. It was the drummer Simon Wright was the drummer at
Okay.
that time, and their limo driver slash security guy was there. So
That's
I
cool.
got to talk to him for about 10 or so minutes and talking about the business and
Yeah, it was
I was a comedian, and so he told me this joke, and I still remember it. And he said, "How do you have sex with an ugly chick?
how do you have sex with a
You
ugly?
come in your hand and throw it at it."
It's not good.
Oh man.
No, that's wrong. Well, Lori and I were flying to Las Vegas via Newark one time. We went Syracuse, Newark to Las Vegas, and what's his name? Simmons,
Oh,
the guy.
Gene Simmons.
No, from Run DMC. Um,
Oh yeah,
his last name's Simmons,
Robert Simmons, or
something like
not
that.
Richard Simmons.
The frick is I don't remember what the frick
I
his
love
name
the
was.
let's
Um,
exercise sweat in the
oh,
oldies.
Joe Simmons, Joseph Simmons, whatever. Anyway, he was on the plane with us, and Lori heard all the commotion and stuff, and I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. We get to our seats, and there's this kid sitting at the window seat, and then Lori and I have the seat, the center in the aisle, and I was on the aisle, Lori's in the center, sitting next to this kid. Yeah, that was his kid sitting there the whole time, and he's saying like, Peter picked a peck of pickled peppers. I can't even say it fast, but he was practicing his tongue twisters because he's
Oh,
a singer or whatever.
oh,
He,
cool.
well, we didn't really talk to him much. He was really really nice, and just we didn't say much, and we never got it. I didn't know that was Mr. Simmons' son. So it's so weird. We're sitting there, and he gets off the plane, and then we figured it out because he connected with the others when they
Mm-hmm.
deplaned, and then we went to Aria to stay. And maybe I told you the story already, but we get to Aria, and we were staying in this thing called like the a corner suite. So you go in where the sky suites and stuff are. They have this private lobby where you check in, and they have drinks and all this crap. And like, who's in there? But Mr. Simmons is sitting there back in the corner with his kid. And I'm like, I think this is a good time to go over and get something to drink out of the cooler. I'm like, over and see him. I was like, hey, fancy running into you here. It looks like your son was sitting next to us on the flight from Newark. How you doing? I introduced myself and everything. It's
Cool.
pretty cool. And just played it low key, but it was kind of cool. Nobody cared. He's a pretty cool dude.
I Yeah, I met some of the guys from Queensryche, Jeff Tate and
Oh, I love
Kirk
Queens, right?
Hammett.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's cool.
yep. And I met the drummer for uh, Metallica,
Who's the drummer for Metallica? I can't think of the name of the guy.
Lars Ulrich.
Lars.
And
Lars.
he was a douche.
Was he really?
Yep.
Oh man. Lars Ernick, yeah. See, it's in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lars Ulrich.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't met too many rock and roll guys, but I don't know. They
I
all put
met
their
the
pants on one
guys
leg at a
from
time, you know.
Winger, because Kip Winger is from Colorado. He went to Green Mountain High School, and met him and Red Beach and the rest of the guys. And then I met the guys in King's X.
In what?
Yeah. King's X.
King's
That
X.
was a trio band with the black bass player who was the lead singer.
I don't know them.
Yeah, they were pretty hot back in the early 90s.
Wow.
King's X.
Oh, I know who I ran. You know, there was
I think
a
his
time
name was Tyler or Ty.
I don't remember them. Do you remember Midnight Oil? The band Midnight Oil, Beds Are Burning?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that great big tall dude in the band? Well, the whole band was in an elevator with us. And I didn't really say anything to him. I was too blown away, but it was Midnight Oil in the elevator with us. I don't know what the hell to say. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I love your stuff. That's kind of like I don't know what to say. I was just like,
Okay, they were, oh wow, they've been around for quite a while. They were from Springfield, Missouri, originated in 79. They were combined progressive metal, funk, and soul with vocal arrangement. Wow. Mm-hmm.
Akashiro's going out. How do you pronounce that? I wish I knew how to pronounce it, but he's stepping out.
Okay. Oh, Ty Tabor was the lead singer with Doug Pinnick and Jerry Gaskell.
Ah.
Yeah. I call it Akira show.
Akira show.
Bill, the drone reviewer, calls him Akira show.
We need a phonetic spelling from him before he bails out for the night.
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. It's James, my PI Dream.
That's pretty annoying. I shouldn't do that. Yeah.
How do we dance when the earth is turning? I love that song. I think
That's
that was
burning. Yeah.
I think that was their only hit, right? Did they have anything else? Their one hit wonder?
My sister bought the record. It's actually kind of cool. It's pretty good stuff on there. Yeah, I should find it because it was
mainstream though. Did anything else go mainstream off of that?
I don't think so. But
I don't think so.
I think when I crossed paths with them, we were up in this little city called Oswego, which is north of Syracuse here, and they were opening for the outfield. Remember the outfield?
Oh wow!
Yeah, they were opening for the outfield. So that's how that was a really good double bill though back in like the late 80s, early 90s. That was a good concert.
Upstate New York, you guys get really good concerts up in that area. You're always getting something good.
We're gonna see Genesis. We're gonna see Genesis in Buffalo in about another couple months.
Is Phil gonna be playing?
He's too tore up. No, his son Simon is doing the drumming. He's a mess. Have you seen Phil Collins lately? He's just a mess. Poor guy. His health is just gone. And I love him. I mean, I just if there's there's a couple of musicians I'd really, really, really like just have a beer with, and Phil's one of them. And ironically, like Peter Gabriel's another one. There's just like, I mean, Peter Gabriel blows my mind with his whole he's so theatrical. I love that guy.
Yeah.
They don't do stuff like that anymore. It's like that's a big like an 80s thing, and they were especially a lot of the music videos that they were doing.
He was very, very, very ahead of his time. I mean, Peter Gabriel's stuff was really ahead of his time, and Phil Collins was funny because he was kind of like vlogging before his videos. Remember, like pout, baby, pout, give me all you got. Like,
I don't think any band member is more theatrical than remember Talking Heads.
David Byrne. Can you may ask?
Yeah, David Byrne. Oh yeah,
like we're doing the same thing. Art, it's so funny.
I love watching those old MTV videos with David Byrne on there.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I was really big into progressive rock, so that was my thing. I
was a metalhead.
No, not you, Art. Not a metalhead. No.
Yeah. I was old time. I was old time. I was born old time for some reason. All the music I was listening to was like really old stuff, while everybody else was listening to more of the stuff like the music that Art plays in the intros and stuff, in Metallica, and I was still listening to Creedence Clearwater Revival and
CCR was cool.
That kind of that kind of music. I got hooked on that, and it's just they're classics. They just live forever.
I was completely progressive. I think my first real rock album was Pieces of 8 by Sticks. And I didn't realize, I didn't even know they were progressive then. I just
Stitch just played here last week.
What's left of them?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Dennis DeYoung and
Dennis DeYoung's back with them. I thought he hated them. I didn't think he'd play with them.
I think he was touring with.
Really?
Dennis DeYoung and
Shaw there too.
Yeah, I think he was.
Wow.
Well, I think I found
brothers, Chuck and John Panazzo. I think one of them passed.
Yeah.
JY, the great big tall guitar player was JY, James Young, gigantic blonde dude. Remember, about 7 feet tall.
I think I found a substitute for my caffeine in the morning. When I was starting to do the waffles inside there, it was the timer thing that Art puts before, and he's got that crazy metal music going, and he blasts it. The volume level is like a metalhead type of a level that you would put. And I got to tell you, I was so energized this morning that I'm like, I don't need that coffee. I'll have that later.
I gotta find some Metallica again. I love that stuff.
Same here, Robert.
Yeah, Rob.
1960.
Oh, you got me by 6 years then.
Johnny D was 63. So James, you were what, 57?
57. Yeah, I was born 57. Yeah, so 60. I was 64 this year. Will you still love me? Will you still need me when I'm 64?
Nice.
Yeah, that's how my wife woke me up.
Oh, that's really nice.
On my birthday. So
that's cool.
So I hear you didn't watch. I hear you didn't watch the video. I posted it last night. I posted it last night. Would have been the morning. It would have been morning for you. I tried to get it. I watched it. Yeah. Well. Thanks, Art. Thanks for watching.
No thanks to Chuck. Like I said, I've been kind of preoccupied a little bit with a new toy. So
I kind of get excited when you watch it. Art enjoys the videos and just for the enjoyment of it all. But I like when you watch it sometimes because you give me like a critical review of something. And I like your reviews of what's going on. And I did something a little bit different this time. This series that we're doing for the Pavilion project in the backyard, which only your audience here knows about the project. Well, now everybody knows because I revealed it last night, my time. I guess in the morning, your time. And so you guys are the only ones that know about what's going on. So my strategy this time was to do this is what you're going to see over the next days and weeks to come. And I did those teasers inside there because I actually have 7 episodes already loaded. They're up and ready. They're in private mode right now, and they'll go public. I felt like it's probably a good thing about every 3 days. I'll space them out about every 3 days because the way it works, I want a regular time frame so that people have an expectation of when it's going to be there, and that's one of those kind of subscriptions strategies that people are aware. Like your show is on Saturday morning. Everybody knows when to come.
I'm going to share it. Here's James' video in the linky here. We'll pop it in here, and I gotta watch it later, James. I promise I'll watch it later.
Yeah. So what I did on that one, I basically said, this is what's going to happen over the next days and weeks to come, and I did some teaser clips and what I did was I did teaser clips out of episode 7, which was yesterday. I finished episode 7 yesterday, so it kind of gets you to see. And the neat thing about it, it actually shows you an architectural rendering. I didn't ask for it because I did the whole design by hand, and I gave what I didn't want to do to the contractor. and which is basically the cement pouring. I don't want to do the slab. I don't want to do the rebar.
You know, all the crap
I
you
don't.
want to do, yeah.
I don't want to do the digging. I don't want to do the digging. I'd rather pay somebody to do that. But the exciting stuff for me on this project that we haven't done anywhere in this entire house is woodwork. It's a pavilion made out of all wood, because they don't do wood over here for some obvious reasons, mainly because of termites and because of the humidity, and the typhoon. And the typhoons. Lots and lots of typhoons over here. But what I did was the anchors, the post base anchors, they're cemented, like 10 inches into the concrete base with rebar in between them. So if it goes off, it'll rip the roof off, but it won't rip the post. The post and the framing won't come out undone.
So how do you keep termites at bay, James? How do you keep termites at bay?
Well, if you were to watch,
I'll watch it. I'll watch it later. I promise. I'll watch it.
If you'd watch the video, you'd kind of get an indication, but I don't think I actually revealed the process of protecting your wood until I think episode 7, the last one that I uploaded, that you won't see for another couple of weeks.
I know there's some products you can treat the wood with too.
And that's what I did. And I talk about the product and I talk about the application of the product.
Yeah.
And today is Sunday, which is, I promised you last week I would hang around for quite a bit. I said, because last week I had to go to Wilcon, which is the equivalent of Lowe's. Right? Yeah. And then you said, oh man, you need to stay longer. So I said, I promise next week I'll stay longer. Well, today I also have to go back to Lowe's. Lowe's. I mean, Wilcon. Because I have to pick up, I got to get the sink. I got to look at some of the roofing. This PVC ceiling strips. They look like 1x6s or something like that. And they're like tongue and groove, and they lock inside, and they're really nice, and they're really good for this environment because the PVC doesn't matter if it gets wet or anything, as long as it's not exposed to the sun. And it's under. Yeah, so I have to go there, and I have to select some stuff. So I got to go back out this morning. I'll hang around for a little bit, but I won't be able to stay as long as I'd like to. But that's what I got. That's what I got.
Dogs out.
Gosh.
Woof, 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 woof.
Sounds like I'm on the Lloyd show. His dogs do that.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's the neighbors. There's like only three people that live over in this phase. It's me and the 2 new houses that were built down this block, but it's very quiet. But occasionally the people from the other phase, they want to walk their dogs over here by our area, because ours is nice and hilly, and the topography is so different between phase 1 and phase 2 of our suburb. Phase 1 is all flat. Phase 2, everywhere is all these hills, and it's beautiful topography over here. And I think they like walking their dogs over. That's what you hear.
Yeah. I see somebody walking behind you. Yeah.
I see it too.
Really.
Well,
Go give him, Hopone. Go give him.
Did you see the little boy? This little boy, and he tossed in a big mahogany seed that was like this big. Hopone doesn't like that. Hopone does not like little boys. Let's see if you see them.
Maybe they taste like chicken.
I should have left it. I should have lifted it up like that when.
There you go.
Little boys taste like chicken. My anti-barking device is working splendidly. It's awesome.
What is that?
Well, my neighbors behind me, they've never been good at like teaching their dogs obedience. So I spent like $250 on this thing from Good Life. It's like every time it hears it listens, and when it hears a dog barking, it emits a sound that just irritates the dogs.
Yeah. I've heard of those before.
Yeah. It works. It's also keeping the really annoying woman who lives back there quiet too. So I don't know why that's working on her, but it's just been quiet. It's been like weeks.
Come here, sweetie. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. You want to say hi to everybody?
It's a bonus that it works on the woman too.
Come here. You come here. You say hi. And this is my.
Oh, hi, Marianne.
This is my lizard catcher right here. She is so sweet. Now we have a different kind of device for Marianne here. Marianne has a collar that has a sensor on it and has 2 little prods, like electrical prods.
Zaps her if she barks too much.
And the first thing is they learn it's an adaptive type of a thing. The first time they get shocked. if they get too close to the fence. There's a wire. It's a very thin, like about a
Oh, the invisible fence. You have an invisible
like a
fence.
the invisible fence, like a 16
Uh-huh.
gauge wire that goes 360 degrees from a box, and it just makes a total circle around the entire yard.
Yep,
It
I've
makes
seen it. You bury it about that deep, about 6 inches deep.
and you bury it on your perimeter. You're buried on the perimeter, and then what it does is you can set how close they can get to the fence. And Marianne's set for about 1 meter right now. And what it does when you get about a meter, there's a beep, a very high pitched beep. Yeah, and there's a very as a matter of fact, I'm hard of hearing, and I can hardly hear. I can hardly hear. In my left ear, I can hear a little bit of it, and it beeps, and that's the warning. But what they get trained, because if they exceed that, when they first do it, they don't know what the beeping means. Then if they go a little bit closer, then it shocks them. Yeah, it shocks them. It gives them a little bit of a shock. So they become conditioned, and so she learned really quick. And what happens after a while, you don't have to use it anymore. Even you take the collar off, because they just don't know. They know I can't go
any further.
So she does pretty good. We don't have to put that on her anymore. Every once in a while, if we leave the gate wide open while workers are inside here,
well, our neighbor's dog, they have that across the street from me, and every now and again the neighbor's dog will kind of like break loose, you know.
Wow, she's shedding
really like crazy.
Whoa, my goodness. I got
see
blonde hair.
Matt's like, Matt Cunderthroat. She's looking at you like, get me the F off camera. Oh man, good stuff.
So
James, your channel has kind of given me an idea for a project I may be doing down the road when I retire. I've been looking at maybe buying a lot in Tennessee and build one of those kit log homes.
The log cabin kits, yeah.
Yeah. And I found the style that I like. It's a 2-bedroom with a loft, so I can have my studio up in the loft, and I'd have my bedroom and a guest bedroom, and it kind of has an open floor plan with the kitchen, and you put a pot-bellied stove in the living room to kind of heat up the place if you want to use that for heat. And I thought, ooh, yeah, I could do something like how your channel got started. I could go.
Well, DIY is huge.
I have.
And DIY off the grid is huge. Look at the numbers of people who are doing off grid and doing the solar collectors and making their gardens being self-sufficient, not having to worry about those. And I think if you find that niche inside there, it will what you can make on your YouTube videos could sustain you for living in that type of a situation. Right. So are you thinking about doing it in Tennessee? Because I know Tennessee has some beautiful hillsides and on the sides of the mountains. And is that what you're planning on doing somewhere
nice
like
Kentucky there, right? It's all
like that.
It's all bumpy down that way in Kentucky and Tennessee and stuff.
I have a friend, he's a YouTuber, and he's got some property in Holiday, Tennessee, and I may talk to him and see about buying an acre or two, and then what I do is I get a slab poured for the house and dig a hole for probably the septic tank, and maybe another one for a cistern so that I could collect rainwater to water my garden and my lawn.
Cisterns,
and I was thinking, maybe a solar hot water heater, and but
so far you said everything we've got here.
One of the ideas I was thinking about, which would be great for in the summertime, is I was going to bury some 4 to 6 inch PCV pipe, kind of go back and forth underground, maybe a foot or so.
Like a geo field.
And what you'll do is
Geo
you
loop.
start drawing air from that, and it'll be cool in the summer, and I could pipe that up in the lock to keep it cool up there. And I don't know if in the wintertime probably want to turn that off because it might be too
Well,
cold.
if you go about, well, I don't think you have a frost line
Well-
in Tennessee, but it'd be about 50 degrees or so is the, subterranean temperature.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably pretty constant there. That's why I used water source heat pumps in that area, because you have a perfect water loop all the time.
Yeah, because it's constant. You're right. The underneath the
Yeah,
ground,
and you'll
it's like our,
extract it, pull the heat.
our basement year round here. The basement is the same temperature almost all
Yeah.
year round.
Mhm.
Very, very comfortable temperature.
Hello, RC dude.
RC dude from the UK.
And
Wow,
Big
it's getting late
Water
there.
UAV.
Wow, was it 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1:30 in the morning?
Now that's dedication, huh?
That's stupid o'clock, isn't it? I think that's what he would say over there in the UK. It's stupid
Why?
o'clock.
I had to look this morning. I had to look because I didn't know when the time changes when we do the fall back.
Oh, that would
that's
be in
coming up, isn't it?
November.
Is it November? You sure it's that late?
Yeah, I believe it is in November.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah,
we're in
I had to
DST
do
right now.
Yeah, I had to do the Alexa thing, and like I said, what's the time on in South Carolina right now? Because right now we're 12 hours. So, I know if it's 7 a.m. here, it's 7 p.m. On the East Coast, and your time where you're at.
We're 14 hours here in Mountain Time.
First Sunday in November.
Yep.
All right,
Hey,
you
Hey,
were right.
Drone Views Media. Ooh.
Yeah, we're holding about 18.
Yeah.
Holding like 18.
You got
I
a
think-
consistent group of people here. Every
loyalists.
those
Loyal.
18 are
Hardcore.
solid. They're
Hardcore, baby. I'm gonna
Yeah, we
start
got a
doing some
good group
DIY
here.
stuff. I've definitely got to talk about my experience, all the things I've learned in the last couple of weeks with my little accident there. I think there's a lot of stuff I can share with the world, with the crap that I went through, that maybe help somebody if they have to deal with all this stuff I went through.
Well,
It'll be a long video like yours, James.
I
There's
heard
a
you
lot to talk
talking.
about.
I heard you talking this morning about Z-barding your vehicle and stuff like that. And I got to thinking to myself, well, Chuck, if you just keep rolling your vehicles and getting new vehicles, you never need to Z-bar your vehicle.
Yeah, when they
because,
say turn over your vehicles a lot, you're not supposed. That's not how you're supposed to turn them over.
Yeah.
well, I used to have.
Yeah.
I used to be in the fire department back in when was it? I think I joined the fire department in 76. I think 76. I worked for the fire department for 4 years, and then I used to have a captain. His name was Donald Long, at the station house that I worked at, and every year he always got the latest, the brand new every year, brand new Ford F-150 every year. And the way he did that, he's a deer hunter, and
oh boy,
about the 1 year point,
hit a deer.
Miraculously, he would do something, and he rolled his truck every year somewhere in the woods, and he would file insurance claim, and he had a brand new truck
Why do you keep insurance
every
doing it?
year.
Oh,
Single year.
I thought you were gonna say something else, but well, actually, I got out of my truck before the fire department even got set up shop. So they, I know those guys love the jaws of life. You guys used to love cutting cars open, but I got out before you even had a chance, because I wasn't sticking around to wait for it to blow up or anything. So that's when I kicked the windshield out and got the hell out of there.
Yeah.
It was pretty badass. Nobody filmed it, but anyway, we talked about that before.
Yeah, that would have been awesome if you would have had the a window cam going or something like that inside there. That would have been
well,
epic.
everything fell off. Later on, when I looked at what's left of the carnage of my vehicle, the rear view mirror, all that stuff had fallen off. It all came loose from the glass. funny thing is the suction cup mount that's really great for like my my Pocket 2 or whatever I stick on the dash for like Lori and I are driving and I film us. That was still in the truck, but it came off the glass. I had to recover that. Like, you know, there was no camera on it though. But I'm just,
Well,
it's okay.
James, I was talking about a fellow YouTuber of ours. You've probably seen Ken Heron. Sometimes he'd come on this show. Well, he was in a serious car accident almost 3 years ago where he was driving through Tennessee. He was coming back from somewhere. Oh, I know. He was coming back from his mom's house in Allentown, Pennsylvania. He lives in Huntingdon, Tennessee, which is kind of south central Tennessee. And he saw something that caught his eye and he wanted to fly his drone around. So he stopped and he was getting ready to turn into this driveway. Drunk driver rear-ended him. And he just happened to have the dash cam going. Dash cam. And you could see his little dog flying into but Henry was okay. He just got bumped up where Ken got a broken back out of that and spent several weeks in the hospital.
It's bad. I mean, like when the truck rolled and everything, I'm really surprised I wasn't more messed up than I was. I was like,
well, you said your side bags and everything that you had.
Those were I found out those work on a rollover. Those actually deploy on a rollover, so they worked, and everything worked.
That's good. That's good.
It's just
well, we're glad that you're here with us, Chuck.
Yeah,
well, I'm glad to be here with you guys, and not like
otherwise Lori would be eating the toffee and not you.
Lori would be I think Lori would be a mess right now. She'd need you guys. Yeah. If anything ever happens to me for real, you guys take good care of her because she's gonna be like, how do I get all this stuff out of Chuck's computer? What the hell do I get? How do I get the home automation to work? How do I? Oh my God! What's all this drone crap? She probably get the greatest drone giveaway ever, or whatever. She could.
I'm still waiting on the swing set video with the drone. With
That's
Lori
gonna be all her. She hasn't flown the FPV yet, but I mean, it's waiting for her. It's sitting over here. It's waiting.
There it is.
Yep.
Well, you know
that's why
my controller still hasn't come in yet. When was what did I tell you that a couple of weeks ago or something like that, or 3 weeks ago,
something
2 weeks?
Like
I don't know. And I still don't have I think it's still sitting in China. I don't think it's departed China yet.
Even moved.
Huh?
Well, it hasn't even moved. That's a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know what's taking so long. It's taking a really long time. And I order stuff all the time, and a lot of stuff comes from China. Well, most everything comes from China. That's electronic.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
Yeah. And normally it's pretty quick, especially if it's an Amazon kind of, and that's what this was. This was an Amazon. I ordered this over Amazon, and I don't know what's taking so long.
That's
stinks. And a lot of the parts for this project, for this pavilion project, I ordered through Amazon. Specialty type screws, some of my cordless. You'll see when you watch the videos. I got to tell you, I'm falling more and more in love with cordless tools. These
cordless
tools
stuff is the best, man.
Oh, and DeWalt. I got to tell you, DeWalt.
I love my DeWalt stuff.
I got a DeWalt circular saw that's cordless. I just came in the other day.
I have a die grinder that's cordless. It's badass.
The reciprocating saw. Not a machine gun.
Sawzall's awesome.
So, so you'll see that. That's in
impact gun.
Actually, episodes. I think the episode 7 that you'll see. I show people how to do the 6x6, the 6x6 post, and break them down and get to the point where everything is square and using. I tell you, I'm kind of giving away some stuff. I started using the circular saw to get all of the depth, because it won't go that deep inside there, maybe about that deep or something like that. But to get to the center, because it's 6 inches in depth.
Reciprocating
depth. I started using the manual saw. I'm like, this sucks.
No, I can get a nice long blade on the reciprocating saw.
That's what I don't have. I think it's a 6-inch blade. I think it's a
Yeah.
6-inch blade, but
Yeah,
it's
they're
enough.
like
It's enough because
butter.
it's only the center that you got to get. It's about 1 inch that you have to cut through, 1 inch by 1 inch, and I use that and it just
You
cuts
just
through. Yeah,
chase it
just
and we
like
already cut out and just
yeah.
yeah, it's a great
So I got
tool.
I got a bunch of, I have so many. The drill, I got the cordless drill. And what's nice about DeWalt puts out a lot of brushless tools now. And one of the worst things when you buy anything in the Philippines, when you buy any tool in the Philippines, there's I haven't seen brushes. It's probably brushless now somewhere if you were to look for them. But most everything, because when you get it, a lot of times when you buy something
Me too,
in
Chris.
the case,
Me too, I
inside the
love
case,
everything.
yeah, yeah. I don't have an impact. I got to get an impact. As a matter of
Oh,
fact,
it's
I
the
need
best. And they're small.
yeah.
I'm like,
I
like
have
Chris
the
said,
I
they're
have
big
the
120 pound feet easy.
I'm kind of getting off track here. But I do have the hose, for the compressor hose, the air hose, but I don't have the compressor yet inside. I really.
I've got a
just
nail
have
gun that's electric, a DeWalt. It's just
Yeah.
finishing nails, but I use it on
Yeah, I
trim.
do. Back in the U.S., I have that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kick ass too. That's what saved me so much trim work. After the first time I did a floating floor, I did it all by hand. The second time I bought that thing, it's just.
But I tell you, as great as they
tool.
are, as lightweight and as powerful as they are, I got the 20-volt batteries. And I think they make one above the 20.
They do now, yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of wish I had that, because I got to tell you, either that or I need more of the 20 volt. I only have two. I have two batteries,
like
and I go through them.
batteries.
I'm rotating them like crazy, popping one off, putting that in the charger,
flying the
taking a new
drone,
one,
man. It's like flying the drone.
Man. Yeah,
I'm charging up. I have 2 chargers. Yeah, when I'm really doing something.
Yeah, I have 2 different chargers because I have 2 different kind of drones. Unfortunately, my 2 drones, which is the Phantom 4 and the Air 2S, the battery and the connectors, nothing's compatible.
Of course
they
not.
have their own.
Well, it's DJI, but your DeWalt stuff, if you have the 20-volt batteries
All
and everything,
everything, all the every one of the
it's
DeWalt.
great.
It's
and
like
you can even use NiCad. I remember I had Nike. I think I have 18 volt. My stuff's old. 18. It's like I have NiCad, and then I have some lithium batteries, but you can intermix the batteries in the devices.
Yeah.
To charge them in the right charger.
So yeah, those have been really, really helping out a lot. And I'm to the like I said, I told you I'm up to episode 7 right now. I'll probably push episode 1 on Wednesday and try to do about every 3 days. So by the time those get caught up, we'll be close to the end of the project. I don't want a long gap, a huge gap, because the thing then I want to try to sequence it right. And I still don't have the roofing materials. I'm trying to get the same roof materials that are on the tile of this roof
I like
here.
That.
Yeah. And it's by a company called Decra, and the model is called Milano. It's a very nice roofing tile, but I can't get the color. I wanted the exact same color on the pavilion as we do in the house in this awning right here.
Right, yeah.
But I can't get it. The supplier said, because it comes from New Zealand. That's where they get it from. It's manufactured in New Zealand. They import it in over here. So this is called, what I have on the top of here is, the color is called Rosso, basically like a reddish color. But when you look at it, it almost looks like
Rosso or Rosso?
Terracotta kind of a color.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you.
Whatever.
I'm just teasing you. Tomato. It's all good.
Yeah, I barely can speak English, so.
Well, me too. Don't feel bad. I'm probably wrong, and you're right. Don't feel bad.
So anyway, they can't get that color in, but they said there's a different color that they can get. It's called copper red. So I went online and I looked at the 2, and actually the copper red that they have, it's a premium. It's actually a little bit more expensive than what we have on the house here, but it's a much smaller area that I got to cover.
So you think it's far enough away and it's complementary that you might notice?
With all the volcanic ash that I have on my roof right now, I don't think you would even notice, because except for this new stuff, because I built this after the volcano blew, this portion right here directly above me. But the main house, it's covered in volcanic. As a matter of fact, I had 3 people on my roof yesterday. The contractor that is helping me with the masonry work of the pavilion I asked him, I said, my contractor bailed before it was completed, and the roof stack, the vent stack for the stove, the exhaust for the stove above in the kitchen. I said, I don't know if I showed you. Hold on. Oh, you guys, I gotta show you this. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Well, I've been kind of tardy getting my videos out because
Okay, I gotta
the
tell
company
you.
is moving.
I
I,
haven't
Go
done
ahead,
anything
Jim.
since my
Okay,
accident. I haven't done any
I have-
editing at
I have
all.
to-
I got to get back to it.
you're not gonna believe this. So when my original contractor that built our house, that I thought we had problems with that contractor, and that's a story for another day because it's a very long story. But there was a lot of things that you have to be, if you ever build in the Philippines, something you have to be is very clear, very specific, and you have to say it many times if you want something done the way you want it done. Because if you make a general statement like, I have a pipe coming out of my roof and I want to, and it's open and the rain goes through it, and that's from my exhaust from my stovetop. And if you tell your contractor, well, I need some type of cover over the top and some fence on it so birds don't get in, but the cover to keep the rain from coming inside, you would think he would build you a little, like a roof kind of thing that goes a little. They make it. You can buy it commercially. It's a vent. It's a vent for exhaust. So that's what I said. I need something to keep the water from going in and to keep the birds from going inside, but also it lets air out. Well, he got the first part right. The birds won't go in. He got the second part right. Rain can't get inside there, but the part about it needs to be open so that all the smoke from the stove goes out. Because what he did was he put this right on top of the pipe, just like this. Right on top. You see this? It covered it.
Yeah.
Covered it.
Oh, there's no air gap.
There's no air gap. It just covered. So
it capped it for
no,
real.
so no birds
boy.
could get it. No birds could get inside there. As a matter of fact,
Very
this
tiny
is
bird.
This is the
It's a
Decra
cool
Milano,
color.
and this is epoxy asphalt. So anyway, for 5 years we haven't been able to use our vent over our stove to exhaust the smoke and things like. We haven't been able to do that.
Do they put mesh around it or something, James? Is that what you do? You should have a gap with mesh or something to keep stuff out.
No, commercially, you can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, any of the hardware stores, and they make it's like a little roof, a little round, and it's like a peak. It goes up just like this, and then
it's
it
like
has
a mushroom kind of,
and it slides over the stack. It slides over, and it has, most of them will come with something to keep the birds from getting inside there and building nests.
Yeah. We have that. I have that on our. We have that on our fireplace vent and stuff too.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So anyway, this is what my original contractor built on there. So the guy, I got to tell you, this construction company that is helping me do this was supposed to be a full DIY project. I was going to do 100%, but for me to go out there and mix 4 cubic yards of cement by myself, I wouldn't have been able to do it in one full day by myself. And you have to do it all at one time because it has to be monolithic when you pour a slab. Everything has to be done at one time. So I decided this company here, which is going to be building both of the houses directly behind me right here. In about 2 months, they're going to get ready to start. So I asked them, I contracted him to do all the masonry work on this. And the guy is so cool. This guy, he just moved over here from the British Virgin Islands a couple of years ago, came back to the Philippines. He's Filipino, but he's been living over in BVI for a long time. And he's built all these beautiful resort type houses and on a mountainside with infinity pools and everything like that. So anyway, he's going to be building these 2 houses over here. So I contract him to do this. And no matter what I say to the guy, no matter what, I'm like, you think you could get a couple of your guys to climb up on my roof? Because I'm not getting up there. I was up there already once, and I was just like, you don't want a 64-year-old man with my weight on a 35-inch pitch roof like we have, right, or 35-degree pitch roof that we have here. And he said, yeah, no problem. So the next day, I gave him a piece of leftover roofing tile and he went up, and yesterday the 2 guys came over, actually 3 came over, and they just skittled right up on it. Like Spider-Man.
Really crazy,
man. Yeah. I actually have a video. I have a video
Ooh.
of them up on the roof, and I actually took the video for them, for their company, to show some of the work.
Did
that
you use
they
a
do.
drone?
I did. I used the drone. Yeah.
Nice.
I used
Nice.
the old drone, the Phantom, because I don't have the controller. I told you with the Air 2S.
That sucks. Yeah.
So anyway,
not soon.
So anyway, within an hour, we had the whole thing that I've been waiting 5 years to get that fit. But boom, they did it. It looks so nice. It looks like it was made with the house. And the same thing for anything in the backyard. With this project that we're having, you can ask them to do anything. Put down, bury some pipe, fix an electrical thing, and like boom, right. His guys are here in and out. As a matter of fact, he is driving me because he built that house. Did you see that video I did of the house blessing in the new home? That was about two episodes back.
Yeah.
He's the one who built that. He built that in 6 to 7 months. He was almost completed at 5. The 6 to 7 months is doing final finishing and everything. They have to make everything perfect, including landscaping. But he built that in 7 months. Where we have some contractors around here, the same size house. They're taking 2 years to build. 2 years to build that same size house, and he gets it. And he does quality work. So, what he does, he drives his people. He hires qualified people, smart people, people who can think on their own, and they come in and they do the stuff so fast, and they do it so fast that he's pushing me. I'm not ready. He's coming. He wants to go to the next step. I'm like, I have deliverables for him, which is the wood stuff. I'm like, it's not ready yet. You gotta give me a break. You gotta stop. So I push him back a couple of days now. Every once in a while, like, you have to sit back. But he wants to finish his project like tomorrow. He wants to do this kind of thing. But I like people like that. I like people who are they stick to this good project management, and they stick to the schedule. And that's what this guy does. And you'll see it in the videos. His guys.
I want to share you a picture of the type of cabin I was looking at.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That loft up there. Yeah. And there's 2 bedrooms, they're in the back and something like that.
That is nice. That's nice. I like the color too. I like the color of the wood.
It's 1,200 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. That'd be plenty for a single guy like me.
Oh, easily 1,200. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Wi-Fi. I'm going to take you around. I'm not going to turn the camera too far in that direction because that's the project, and nobody's seen what's going on there yet. That's classified. That's top secret, man.
Proprietary.
But I will show you this. So on up to episode 7, episode 7 has to do with masonry, doing the slab. And me starting to work on some of the woodwork that goes in there. But last night I put the first coat, and I haven't even videoed this yet because I'm going to do another video from start to finish, taking 1 4x4 posts and every one of the steps from basically raw wood.
Thank you, Mr. JRC. Gotta do okay, let's see if I can do it right.
No baby.
No baby. There we go, kids. Here, that's close enough. Thank you.
Hopefully I don't get disconnected with the Wi-Fi. I think we're pretty good. So
yeah,
anyway,
you look great.
This is like the Pirates of the Caribbean door right there.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this is a pirate's life for me.
This is actually a very popular wood here in the Philippines. This is called yakal. I think this is yakal.
I like the patina. It's really nice.
Yeah. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to show you. And I just stained it. I stained it last night. Again, hopefully I don't get disconnected. We're in the basement, a lot of concrete.
Oh. Yeah, you got disconnected. Now you're back.
There you go. Now you're good.
Am I back? Am I back?
You're glitchy,
yeah, you're
man.
back.
You're glitchy.
What do you think of that? What do you think of the stain on that?
Yeah.
I like that
looks
beam.
good.
That's impressive, man.
Mm-hmm.
A little
I
air
haven't
gap
done
there
it.
so it dries.
That's going to be episode 8. I haven't done this one yet. So this is the 6x6 post right here, and I love the stain color right here. It's going to be perfect for the pavilion. And
pretty.
you see all that in the background.
Oh, that's
there you go.
That's what I still have to work. That's what I still have to work on. It's crazy. I have a lot of, and I got to get this
Jim.
done. I got to get all that stuff so the contractor can stay on schedule, because I want him to get as much of his stuff. I want to get a roof. I want to get a roof on this thing, but it's going to be. It depends on how much roofing tiles. So anyway, I just wanted to show you and see if you like that stain color.
How's the raised bed garden doing? Did you get the posts up yet?
No, it's been put on hold, and I'll show you. My poor dragon fruit. My poor dragon fruit. It's in.
Jim dropped in. How you doing, Jim?
You see my dragon fruit is on the ground.
Oh no.
Yeah. Everything's on the ground. See?
Yeah, hurricane took the
typhoon.
Yep.
So I have nothing. I only have one post standing back. You see it's hard for me to see here. I have one post standing back here.
And I didn't realize
all the other 3 posts. And I got dragon fruit. Look, you see? These are ready to pick. You see the red dragon fruit?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Those need to be. I got so many. This thing, even when it's on the ground, had fallen. Even here, you see these dragon fruit?
Oh yeah,
dude. I got to pick these things. These are the ones that if you're in California, they're $8 each for one of those dragon fruits.
Wow.
So anyway, I can't turn the cameras back over. I can't turn it over there. You can't see that yet.
Oh, come on.
Look that way.
A mosquito's going to attack him. He's going to have to flinch to save himself from freaking Denang or whatever it is. And he'll get the shot.
Dengue.
Dengue, yeah, whatever it is, yeah. You'll have to whip that laptop around to save yourself, and then we'll get to see it.
So anyway, I really wanted to show you. I was just so happy. I was so happy about that the stain color that came out last night. There was only 3 colors I could get from this company, and you were talking about earlier about preparation. What do you do because of the termites and all over here? And I can talk about it here. Anyway, it was and I show people in the video. You use a product. They had multiple products over here, but the main one, the most popular, was a product called Selignum. And Selignum comes in different types of applications for termite prevention, and it depends on where the wood is going to be. If you're building it for rafters, truss work, for wood inside your roof that's covered, they have this really toxic where you really need to have a mask and you can't touch it, and you shouldn't be in the area. It needs to be covered up, like when you do a roof. But if you have something like decking, like this kind of stuff right here that's made out of real wood, anything that exposed in this people, they have something called I think it's called Selignum Clear Coat, and it has an emulsion. It's an emulsion type of a base thing. It's not, you can breathe. Well, probably shouldn't breathe it, but it's one of those things. It doesn't smell, doesn't have the weird smells or anything like that. Yeah. And it's supposed to be where you're exposed to the wood, like decking, anything like a pavilion where the wood's open and you have people inside. And that's what I use, that Selignum. And then it takes 2 days to dry because of the humidity around here. And then after that, and that dried for 2 days, and I put that stain that you just saw, and that's also Selignum. And it's a decking stain that you would put if you had wood posts outside.
So that's an additive to the stain then. I've heard of that stuff like that where you mix it in the stain kind of, yeah. And then it's like
what it does, it's a little bit of a repellent, water repellent. It shouldn't be. You can put it for this kind of stuff like here, like you have outside exposed, and I think it'll do real good underneath the roof of the pavilion. And it's usually good for about 5 years. After about 5 years, I probably just have to do a little bit of very light sanding, and do another application on there. And it depends on how much water is exposed to. and it's UV resistant. So,
But
it should
termites don't like the taste of it, basically, so they kind of go
well,
there.
I'm talking about the stain. I'm not talking about the selenium is good for a lifetime. The selenium that goes, what it does, it impregnates. I know you
Okay,
like
it gets
that word,
into the
Chuck. I know,
fibers of the wood.
yeah, it goes
Yeah.
inside. It goes into, and it stays inside there. I don't think you ever have to reapply that, but the wood stain, I think it's good for, they recommend about every 5 years doing a reapplication, and that's okay, because once everything is built, it's very easy to do any type of staining on there. Very, very easy. So when I brought up. Well, anyway, guys,
Jim and Neil joined us. So
it's after 9 for me, and I told Ness just like last week. I told her 9 o'clock was the time I wanted to go down and get to the big box store. So we got to get some materials. This is our only day of the week because we have nobody's here. My gardener's been helping me with the woodwork, because some of those 6x6 posts, they're like 120, 150 pounds, and it's kind of tough. Yeah, and I try to do as much myself as possible, but it's just balancing those big pieces of wood, running across joiners and everything like that. It's just it's easier to do when you have at least 2 people. So. So I'm going to do that. So I'm not making a promise for next week, but I will try to, if I get the invite, I will try to drop in.
You probably won't see me the next couple of weeks, I don't think, because I'll probably be a little tied up in Scotland, maybe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Been packing up.
Nice.
3 drones packed.
There you go.
3 drones.
Primary. You have quarantine when you get over there?
No, supposedly not. No? If we are negative, we're good. We have to take a test here in the States on Thursday. We take a test in Scotland when we arrive within 48 hours, and then if we're clear on that, we're good.
Take a test.
Oh, dude, it's a self-test in Scotland. It goes down to you touch your tonsils, you deep throat yourself, and then up your nose. Good times.
He said deep throat.
Sorry.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah.
So
then it's Chuck flying the drone around castles and Skye and the Highlands, and oh my god. So oh my god.
Well, as much as I'm missing you up here with Art on his show, I wish you the best. I wish I could be doing the same thing. So get a lot of good video. I know you will. You're bringing the drones, you said, right?
I'll have.
Oh, and don't forget to sample the scotch up there.
I think we'll find time to sample scotch.
Well, you guys are pub fanatics, so
Lori's not big on scotch, though. I love scotch. She's not big on that stuff, but
they got Guinness.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff over
there. That's
Ireland. Doing some research. I've been dared to try haggis. Keith has dared me to try haggis, and he said Lori has to vlog it for me. She's got to film it all. So,
well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're in Scotland, you're in Ireland, or you're in the UK. The pubs are awesome all over there. So I know you'll get some really good footage. Hopefully, you have enough clearance to the front so you can do a little drone flyby of the front of some of the pubs that you're going to enter and go on the inside.
Oh, I'm going to use yeah, James, I don't think I'll be able to fly the drone much through there, but I have the Insta360 1X2 that's pretty good at kind of simulating a drone using the selfie stick. So I'm pretty sure I can get some cool footage using that thing. That's a pretty wild camera. So we'll experiment with that thing.
Well, I feel secure you're going to give us some really good
Marcel.
Of Scotland.
Do my best.
Okay, guys. Well, listen. Thanks for the invite. Thanks to all the folks that are in the chat. It was great seeing you guys, and
good to see you, James.
Hopefully, you get to check out the video, Chuck. And
I got it in the queue, brother. Got her in the queue.
All right, man. All right, guys. You have a wonderful weekend.
Enjoy your day. Catch you later.
Right, cheers.
Take care, James.
Wow, we had a lot of Canadian drone
how'd
dudes
you like
dropping.
that? The cabin.
It's nice, man. I like that
I
loft.
get pulled off, man.
Oh, and it looked like a place like that with no neighbors would just be so chill. Like
Yep.
You could fly
Yeah,
that drone
my
over
my
there. You
only
get
problem
bored.
would be internet connection.
Can you do satellite or no?
Yeah, well, yeah. If I could get a lot away from the city, because if I'm in city limits, there's gonna be all kinds of zoning regulations. What kind of building you could put up? This way, I could put up a simple house,
Septic. Got to do
septic
septic.
tank,
Yeah.
water. Have probably need a well.
Solar panels.
Solar, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah,
Battery array,
good.
like have an inverter, has like solar cells with batteries and an
Yeah.
inverter.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Probably don't need a lot of
And
juice.
so what did you
Yeah.
think of my idea about having the buried pipes to cool the place off? And
The first thing that crossed my mind was like a geothermal water source heat pump, because that's the same idea where you have water, you have fluid flowing through the pipes. But and then that fluid is your thermal sinker source to
right?
use for your condenser or your evaporator on your refrigerated system. But you're just thinking pure, just have air blow through
Yeah.
there. You might have a
Yeah,
humidity issue with that. I don't know, because you're going to be.
Ooh, yeah, that might be.
That's why I think you still need something like a water source heat pump. But you can put a ground loop in. You could do a ground loop, and you don't have to. If you have a lot of land, you can go horizontal. You don't have to do the big deep wells. Just
right.
go, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
then
Because I saw something like this years ago for using what you got to keep your place cool in the summer.
I'm sure it works. You just have to, yeah, because always like basements are damp too, but they feel cozy because it's cooler.
I mean, look at James' place. You know,
yeah.
They probably spent most of their time downstairs in the summertime because it's cooler.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sticky up here in this office. Look, I'm glistening. I got the work computer still on and idle, and the big editing machine's on right now, just cranking out. What are we up to? We're up to 41 degrees Celsius that it's blasting out through about 8 fans into the room. Crazy thing. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And you can do the
yeah.
solar water tank or water heater.
Pull this off. And plus, maybe I could get a deal with the manufacturer. Say, hey, I'm a YouTuber, and this would be great advertisement.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it could work. Well, you would get a lot of good footage up there.
Yeah. And I would do it along the lines of what James did with his house build. Every day I would crank out
a little
15,
bit, do like a
20-minute video.
Yeah,
with
like a update vlog.
What is that? Oh, that time-lapse photography of the build.
Time lapses are okay. Don't get carried away with them. They get boring, but you can definitely work it in like a little bit. Yeah, you can figure it out. You can do nice little piece.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, I need a temporary living space. I mean, what would maybe get a cheapy Airstream?
Build a tiny house. Build a tiny house first.
There you go.
No, I don't know. Can you turn your car into a camper? A little camper. Airstreams are nice. Aren't they big money though? Airstreams are expensive.
No, I'll figure out something.
I've seen some people, remember a lot of people bought campers and stuff for 2020 because they couldn't go anywhere. So they were camping. I'll bet you a lot of people are like getting ready to kind of unload those things.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be a pretty good used market on that stuff.
Right.
Depending on when you're thinking of doing this. Just saying, you might find decent.
I just turned in all my paperwork for my Section 8 housing here. And depending on if I have to grab my ankles again this year like I did last year.
You mean Bohica? bend over. Here it comes again.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you see Marcel on here? Marcel and Blind Neil are going at it. We got the two Canadians going at it in here. Canadian drone hub battle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen videos on Shipping Container House.
Yeah, I've seen those too.
Yeah, but I think a log home would, this in
Way
this
cooler.
way, I would get
Yeah,
a
very
brand new home,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd have it built the way I want it.
Mm-hmm.
I could have, maybe a nice kitchen with an island and
Great big hot tub that's at ground level, so you just drop your ass into it and then climb out if you have to climb out of it ever. Be awesome.
Yeah.
Have the floor open up. You just drop into it and then close up. It's just like floor over it. Like
Well, I was thinking on the ground, the main floor, I could have like stained cement. I've seen those. Those look pretty cool.
Lori and I were thinking of doing that in our
loft,
basement. Yeah, we were thinking of doing stained cement because of concrete floor in the basement. Instead of finishing it, just stain it. Have
Yep.
more industrial.
and then you
easier
put that coating over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Epoxy.
Mm-hmm.
Staining
Yep.
it's really nice though. It would look pretty cool.
Mhm.
There's a lot of cool stuff you can do that
Yeah.
is very good for wear and tear.
Make it
You guys,
look rustic.
you say about his drone joke? Yeah. I don't see his drone joke. Where is it?
I
When did Marcel write this thing? Oh,
bounty.
I found it. Just found it. Yeah.
The
Clicker picker upper.
clicker picker up. There you go. Yep, that's right.
That's something that COVID killed off. You used to be able to get paper towels that had the pretty patterns on them. Not anymore. They're all just plain.
Yep.
I like Marcel's
Funny
avatar.
joke,
It's-
Marcel.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like his avatar. It's cool. He's got like a Simpsons avatar going.
Yep.
I
And
don't
plus,
know.
this could be a vehicle that would drive more viewers to my channel. Do
Maybe.
a daily
Maybe.
build, and then I could do like a drone flight, like James did with his build.
Maybe I should be
And
doing some on my new truck. I don't know.
Yep.
Probably not. Nobody cares about the truck. I've seen enough truck videos. I've been watching them. It's all been done. Nobody's going to buy a $2,000 power tonneau cover except an idiot like me. So nobody's going to watch that.
And then if I have a big wooded area out back, I get one of those trail cams put up back there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be
Wildlife
kinda cool.
cam.
Yeah, wildlife cam. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can have a surveillance drone that like you can get the Skydio with the mailbox. You ever seen that where they have like the storage? There's the Skydio 2 comes out of like you've never seen it where it comes out of it gets deployed from this box where it's like charges it and then it flies off and it comes back and it brings it back in. You'd have that doing the surveillance. But actually surveillance drones are becoming a thing. Weren't they working on one that's gonna like do home security?
Oh, and that's another thing I could do with this house. I could get set up with the home security, that looks outside and inside. And
You don't need real windows. You could just have big flat screens that are put up look like windows. Cameras outside, so it's like a fortress.
and and also I want to get set up to where I have Ethernet throughout the house.
So you just pull Cat 6 through while you're building. It'd be easy. Easy to do then if you plan. Not
Hey,
easy
Joe. Good to see you. Joe Blaylock.
Am I late? Are you late? You made it.
Yeah. We got a little bit a while ago before
It's
gets bored and my viewers drop off.
They started.
They're probably all heading over to Adrian's.
Well, that's what I was thinking too, man. We're getting close to 9:30. They're probably all hopping over to check out something a little different.
There you go. Sid's camera, yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. That's what James is. He's got it set up in his house. He's also got one set up at his other home in South Carolina, to where he's got VPN where he could watch what's going on in his house in the state.
Yeah, you got to set that stuff up now while the getting's good.
Yep.
Like when you're building, you can run all the wires for all the cameras and everything, and your
Yep.
Cat 6, you can
And that's what he did when he
chase it and race it and
built
all that
this house.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. That's the right way to do it. Not after the fact, like I didn't hear when I pulled Cat 6 and I had to go all the way from the basement up through the wall and find a way up to the attic and drop it back down. And good times up in the attic with a hard hat on, trying to, like, with a hole saw, trying to drill holes to push the stuff back down to the walls and then find it down in the room. And yeah, good times.
And with that great big loft, that would be just a great place for a studio.
Yeah, nice and quiet.
That
No
would
neighbors
need
make
the
noise.
screen and
No, you just have the woods back there. The real deal, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get on it. Get on it.
Mm-hmm. So just bouncing that idea around, or I could buy a cheap house in Tennessee that I could renovate. And I thought, oh, that'd just be too much damn work. And
if you're in Tennessee, can you shack up with Ken?
Yeah. He's got a small place there.
You could sleep in his studio. While he's doing his show, he'll be back there.
He'd be saying, "Where's Henry?" And there's Henry snuggling up with me.
See? And they get on both
I
sharks.
could sleep under his desk there.
Now that might get people talking. Be careful about that now. Won't be doing that stuff.
But yeah, and the thing about Tennessee is property taxes are low, no state income tax. Here's my tip jar.
Yeah,
want to throw a few bucks in.
Steve's staying on top of it. Steve's a good man. He's right there on top. And I don't know if anybody hasn't clicked like yet, but if you haven't, clicky.
Yeah, how are we? We're up to 25.
Really?
3 thumbs down.
Oh, you do have 3 down. I see 26 up, 3 down, but it's probably bots. I wouldn't worry about it. It's all fake. It's fake news, man. Fake news. Nothing to worry about. Hearing all kinds of BS, but you got to talk about that tomorrow. You can talk about the BS tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got my shorts into a bunch yesterday, and I had to write back. I'm like, this this whole stuff is just stupid. Trying to say somebody's trying to say they're saying the economy is good. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not. It's not. You can talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this week I didn't listen to any talk radio because I was working. I was in another department. I was in the packaging department because my station got torn down for the big move.
So what'd you do?
So Monday, I take the wires that they use for braces.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those from not so long ago. Yeah.
I take 10 of those and put them in these triangular shaped tube. And they come in a packet, and I got like 500 of these. And
did you have
I got to put them on a scale.
Were you using the triangular
that measures them out?
Yeah.
And then I put them in the tube, and I get those all done, and then I go over and I make labels, and I put the little red tape on the cap, and then I put the label on, make sure the QRC code is in the center.
Yeah.
And now on the other end, I got to put the the caution tape on it, saying that this is made of nickel steel. You might be allergic to it. and it's
Yeah,
got it in 5 languages.
Was that so? Which is the braces wire? I had
Well,
braces
we've
like
got
10 years
different
ago.
kinds. We've got
You had the
the
stuff that
square
changed.
kind.
Yeah, and I had the
Yeah.
stuff that tightened up, and then when you drank something cold, it would loosen up.
Yeah.
I had that stuff that
That I don't know if we.
start off
Then we
with.
have round wire, but what I was using was that square wire,
Yeah.
and that goes right in the slot in the bracket.
Oh
And
yeah,
then,
yeah. I'm familiar with the
yeah.
medieval torture
Then
devices
when
known as
they
braces.
tighten it, it would turn that bracket, and that would straighten your teeth out.
Yeah, well, like
Either
I
to
said, I just had
push
braces.
it forward or backward, side to side, or
Yeah. I did it 10
yeah.
years ago.
Yep.
I was an
Did
old
that
man
when I was
oldie.
12 years old.
Yeah, I didn't do it. That's like when Lori did it. I did it as a grown up, and it sucked. It sucked
Yeah.
really bad. The only thing good about it was they'd figured out how to do it for me without having to pull any teeth out, so I didn't have to have any extracted teeth.
Well, I had some teeth taken out.
Yeah, so did Lori. But now, like, in fact, geez, Art, it was only like 12 or 13 years ago. I first went in to get consulted, and the guy said, "Yeah, we're gonna have to pull like 4 teeth." I said, "Yeah, see you later." And then I came back like 2 years after that because I was starting to notice some real issues with the teeth. And then he's like, "Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is we don't have to extract any teeth anymore." I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." He says, "The bad news is you would have been practically done now." So, well, anyway, yeah, it was 3 years. I had those things on for 3 years.
Wow, that long. I think
Forever.
mine was a little over a year.
Yeah, my teeth were a mess. But
oh, you had the snagglepuss.
Oh yeah, it was a
Shark's
mess.
teeth.
It was just a mess. So
all over the place.
Reeled them all in, and I had the when I first had the braces put in, they put like the they put the material on so you can't bite down and chip up because I big overbite, so you can't knock the lower brackets off. But then you can't eat either because it's like your teeth are like hitting, like your backs are hitting these point things, so your teeth don't come together.
Right.
It sucked. I lost a lot of weight with braces. That was the only good thing.
Yeah.
Like medieval torture devices.
Well, I was in, junior high. Yeah, I was in junior high. And every,
That's more standard.
Time I got them tightened up, Mom would take me to McDonald's and let me have a 4-pounder fries and a Coke. That was my treat for going through that.
Yeah, I paid for them myself. My treat was, paying for them, and then the really cute the orthodontist had the cutest chicks working for him, so I used to like to go. They smelled nice too, so I'd go in and tell Lori, "Yeah, I got to go in for another adjustment." I said, "But it's really not that bad. Girls smell nice," and then she'd get mad at me. What am I, chopped liver? Well, kind of.
Your teeth are sore for like about 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Then they keep turning up. They get more and more, miserable as they go on. They do more and more crap to you as it goes. They work out. All right, now let's do the rubber bands. Let's put the power.
Oh yeah,
power. Yeah. I still find rubber bands in the house. I mean, even to this day, those little stupid rubber bands. And then they had the power chain things they put on like between the brackets, like kind of pull everything together. And I never needed headgear though. That's kind of a thing of the past.
Oh, I had to have headgear.
Did you have a pallet expander? Where they put the key in and they tighten, they expand
No.
everything? I didn't have that either, but I know people that did. That really kind of stinks. Yeah.
So,
anyway,
then after you get it off, you got
I still
wear that for
forever,
several months.
Forever now as a grown up. Every now and again, I pop them in. They're a little snug, and then wear them overnight and put them back in again at some point.
Well, you know what? Now they've got them where you get to get them in different colors, and you can have designs put into.
Yeah, my niece had designs. I wanted the clear ones. I paid extra to get the clear ones because I'm grown up.
And that was one of the cool things about working for this company because every year there was a convention and it's in a different city each year. And in one year, it was in Denver, so I got to see our company with all of their equipment. And then we got to see all the competitors,
It's
and
pretty
some of the
cool stuff.
stuff was
Yeah,
really cool.
it's like I was talking about the wires. The first wires that I had were sensitive to temperatures. So the
Mm.
the
Oh, they were
whatever
like smart wires.
kinda they would tighten up. They would tighten up normally from the warmth of your mouth, and then when you drank something cold, they'd relax. So the orthodontist assistant, she said, "Well, you like beer, right, Chuck?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, of course." She said, "Well, if drink a nice cold beer and the wires are loosen up a little bit, and there you go."
There you
Right.
go.
But that was cool. I'm like, yeah, they use different wires along the way with different things. It's pretty cool as far as it's still medieval, but at least was high tech medieval. But,
Oh, compared to when my dad had braces,
oh God,
I
Lori.
mean, those guys, they made their own bands and everything.
They used to pound them on, right? Pounded the band on around the teeth and the back around the molars. Like Lori talked
Oh,
about
they
that.
still do. They've got a little
Oh, they glue them.
part that I put on, goes on the back of the band, that the the appliance that drives it onto the teeth would go on there.
I didn't have bands at all. Mine were glued. Mine were all glued
Oh,
up.
you had the Invisaligns
I
where
had
they
Invisalign. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I paid top dollar for those damn things.
This company, or our old company, just got into that about a year or two before it got sold.
Yeah, and I had the ceramic brackets, so everything was like white, basically. So kind of
And
like
we just got into ceramic brackets as well. Yep.
Yeah, they were neat. They were a little bigger, but they were neat because they kind of blended.
Well, you know what? You get those in different colors.
Yeah, you can. You could.
Yep.
And my bottoms were still metal though. The orthodontist always used metal on the bottom because the bottom really takes a lot of abuse. Just
Right.
the nature of things. But I only broke the entire time I had them. I only broke one bracket, so I think I never broke a wire. So I did pretty good. I was a pretty good
I was
patient.
pretty good at that. I didn't break any
Yeah.
wires or bands.
In fact, the bracket just it broke when they were working on them. They were going to change the wires, and they broke a bracket, and they had to change it out. Getting the glue off sucked at the end, though.
Yeah. Oh, when I got those bands off, and it just felt so weird.
Wasn't it weird? But
because it was smooth.
Oh yeah,
it was like having a mouthful of pearls or something.
I know. Well,
yeah,
and then Lori and I went out.
Mm.
I remember Lori and I went out to Rochester, which was where Joe's Crab Shack was, and I had corn on the cob.
I used to go there.
Yeah, but it was the first time I had corn in the cob in like 4 years.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, Lori, what do you want to do for dinner?
I used to love bubble gum. Then when I got braces,
yeah, it's a no-no.
Didn't have any. I don't eat gum anymore, or rarely any gum.
Yeah, I lost my interest in that too. And popcorn, no popcorn.
Yeah,
but I found like they had something like cheesy poofs that was like it was popcorn flavored, like cheesy poofs. It looked like popcorn. Yeah. It was kind of good. I kind of ate some of that, but then I got bored with that. And
creators, they've got cool, awesome popcorn. They've got the caramel and the cheese. God's to die for. They have them at Costco, but I think they have them at Walmart now. They come in these great big bags. So good.
That's how we're gonna get fat again. That's how everybody's gonna get fat. I gotta start doing real estate work. Maybe I'll see what I can put together, and when I'm on vacation, I'll do some practice. I'll fly some properties that nobody cares about.
Oh, here's an idea. Go on the MLS on the internet in your neighborhood. Get a list. Just go out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Check out the houses and fly the houses.
Just fly the houses, get photos. Agent. And then here's what you do. Is you get the photos and you make a really nice presentation and put it all together and take it to that real estate agent and say, here you go. This is what I can do, and
This one's on me.
you get, yep. And they
Yeah.
get to see your work, and they'll go, oh, unless they already have somebody that does that kind of stuff.
There's not really good pay in that, I think. So it's pretty competitive.
But
I don't know how.
it's not really good, but you know what? If you get a string of those every other day, then that adds up.
True. Yeah. Yeah. And it is really fun. I mean, we all, you
Yeah.
and me and anybody left in the chat loves to fly. So to fly and then have purpose flying is.
And it's not real hard. You just
It's low
you
stress.
get
It's basically low
the
stress.
4 angles of the house, actually 5 angles. Front of the house. This is the corners of the front, corners on the back, unless there's a pool or something in the back. And then get a straight down shot.
Showing the lot and where it's situated.
Yeah, showing the lot and the roof.
I would think a pullback shot would be really nice with a reveal to show like the front of the house and the back.
And also, if there get a shot of the whole neighborhood, so people get to see what the neighborhood looks like. Maybe there's a park nearby, or a trail, or shopping center.
Yep. Yeah. So if you use Epidemic Sound, though, like say you use that, if the real estate company doesn't pay for Epidemic Sound, they can't use it, can they?
Well, I'm talking, no, just do photos.
Just do
this first.
I don't want to do photos.
That's how you get them in the door. You want to sell the sizzle.
Oh, gotta sell the sizzle. Okay, Dar Sizzle.
Yep.
Sell.
Have you been watching her videos lately?
No, I've been watching Fishing with Louisa. I watch Fishing with Louisa because she's just. Yeah.
I'll have to check her out.
Oh, you didn't watch Fishing with Louisa yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Well, I've been watching this one guy. He's from Texas, and he's basically been fishing these bayous, which are cement causeways, and he's pulling out big ass catfish and gar out of there.
I'm gonna put this. Yeah, here's her channel. Hang on, Art. I'll give it here. I'll put it in the chat. Here's her channel.
Okay. I'll check it out after the show.
Yeah. Anybody left? It's a gift for staying late.
There you go.
For sticking around. Here's something.
Okay, Fishing with Louis. Okay. There you go. I'm guessing she's Hispanic.
I don't. I think
Black
she's
hair.
I think she's a blend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cubano.
She's very attractive.
Puerto Rico.
She's very attractive. She wears very little clothes, and she fishes a lot. And her boyfriend or husband or whatever does all the drone work and the filming and stuff. And
Fishing with Louis.
It's kind of cool though. If you like fishing, you'll like it just for the fishing too. But I just like it for the scenery. Mostly the thong.
Well, I had a big lunch today. I decided after that deal with the tire, there's a hamburger place just down the road called Jim's Burger Haven. I thought, oh, okay. I made the mistake of getting the 6-inch burger. That was way too much. And fries. Not impressed.
I did hamburgers before the show tonight. I grilled up 2 half-pounders.
Oh, well, that was about
black and blue burgers.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a lot of burger, but we got through it. But yeah,
I got some hamburger thawing out. I'm going to make some beef stroganoff. Yeah, I got a box of hamburger helper.
That's the magic right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go try that out. Yep.
We got to figure out
Good
what to
old
do.
buddy Rick Enstrom gave me a box of that.
Rick Enstrom give you some?
Oh, every time I have dinner at their house, I'm bringing home a ton of
He
food.
sent you a ton of food home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one time he gave me a couple prime ribs, fish, a lot of fish, mostly salmon, but sometimes walleye or crappie. And I've got some what sausage patties. I'm going to try those out for breakfast tomorrow. And what else did I get? Oh God, yeah, I get a ton of food from. Then I get some of this dried food thrown in,
We
which
haven't
is
done much.
cool.
Lori
So
and I
that
haven't done much fried food.
saved me a ton of money on shopping.
Yeah. Free is good.
Yep.
And you have to
And
fly
once
the
in a
drone
while
too.
he'll give me some.
You got to fly the drone too.
Yep.
Wasn't that the mansion? Isn't that where the mansion was? You flew like the drone through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. One with
cool.
all the deer heads and the.
Yeah. Look how you improved since then, Art. You're like,
Yeah. Well, I've got some issues with the drone, but tomorrow when I go flying with the guys, Jordan's going to bring his laptop, and Daryl, he's the FPV guru there. We're going to hook it up to the beta flight and see what's going on there. Throw some sriracha, and I don't think so, Dustin. Don't handle really spicy. A little spicy, is okay.
I wonder if Lori wants to go over, like, if we can get ready a little bit for our getaway. Maybe she wants to fly the FPV drone near the playground tomorrow.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Could send it into DJI right before we go away, so we have plenty of time for him to fix it and send it back.
So I got your address, so I'll get that toffee out quickly.
Oh, you're good. I still have the
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll leave it with my parents. See, it's a gift from my friend Art. Try this stuff out.
There you go.
Pay forward. Maybe I'll bribe my niece with it to take us to the airport.
Ooh.
We need a lift to the airport.
Yep.
I think.
So you fly from there to LaGuardia and then there?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
My parents' ears burning. My dad's calling. He doesn't call this late. Hopefully nothing's wrong.
Alrighty, well, I'll let you go then, and you have a good trip if I don't see you next week.
Yeah,
next week or
it's Saturday and then Saturday again. We'll see how.
Okay. All right, well, fingers crossed. Hopefully you'll get to go and nothing.
We'll see. All right, I don't know, man. It's gonna be it's fate. I don't know, whatever fate's gonna bring. Hopefully, man. But yeah, that should be fun.
All right.
Anybody left on here? Who we got? Anybody left?
We're down to 6.
Oh, well, they're probably watching Luisa now. They probably jumped off to watch her.
Yeah, that's true.
She is easy.
All right. Well, take care, and if I don't see you, have a safe trip.
Thanks, and nice that everybody's still in the chat. Still a few people in there, so thanks for sticking around with us. Art, thanks as always for having me on, man.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Okay, guys. Catch you next time. What I'll do is I'll get some other hosts to help out while Chuck's gone. So, Steve Mack, thank you very much for all your help. Great having you here. Take care, everybody, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.